Hello everyone. Another day doing this vehicle. I was creating some kind of animation rendering this morning. It has been rendering for like some 3-4 hours. So that's been done. Gonna go back to what we had yesterday, 12 o'clock, last save. So to continue on the development of this car, made some progress yesterday, finally. So I hope that I'll be finishing it today, this piece at least, so I can move further with the other details of the car. Now I believe that if I just remove these, they will give me the natural line how this needs to be, which is pretty much like that. It's always good to have a nice structured way on when approaching things. For example, right now this geometry that I'm doing here, it's not only good to be relative to the model itself, to the shape of how it is, but really just have this uniformity here, so it will also project how the shape is to be perceived, right? Like you see that. So okay, so what we have here, it's supposedly there has to be a circle here up at around that angle there, and then I need to intertwine it with the horizontal lines that are passing by here. So what I'll do here is just I'll take these like that, duplicate, and I'll just move it lower to this degree here. And then I'll just merge these like that. It's pretty much like building Lego blocks, except this is digital. So I mean, that's how I'm perceiving this. Maybe not many will agree. Regardless, now this should be like the flat line here, so I need to follow that one. So let's see. Yeah, much has been flattened, but at least we have a like height that's guiding us on how this needs to look properly. So there you go. And then also this needs to kind of match that, I would say. So I'll just add a new edge for there. And bring this. Okay, so apparently the model is quite bent at that angle, so we cannot do that actually, and it won't be right if I entirely bring these forward. So I would just take it that this is slightly bent at a different length here. You see, this is right at the circle. Here it's a bit more down the line. So I'll just try to at least go something and do something in between. Yeah, pure ref, need to bring that up. Not that I'm looking too much on it, because the details around the engine are like way too much, but I'm just trying to navigate, you know, to see what makes sense, what doesn't, and I'm trying to eyeball much of the things. So also I'm sure that, pretty much certain that this block here, the gray that you're seeing here at the bottom of the car, it's quite different to what we have here. It's not entirely the same. Or actually it might be, considering this block here and this line that we have there. I'll try actually to make this according that as much as I can. So there is a line apparently passing by through here, like that. I'll just duplicate that and it's gonna go like that. Yeah, they're touching pretty much here. You see, that's the circle, and the circle, quite frankly, it's not continuing here. There's no continuation of it. So let's see what the scan says. Yeah, the scan doesn't says anything, but if anything, I don't see at least this is straight, so it's kind of, the circle ends here and there is a straight line next to it, you know, right away. So I think it's pretty much in, look at that, actually it's really on the very same spot. There it is. This, I'm looking at these guys. Oh, they're connected. Okay, so I'm looking at that piece here, and if I just undo the isolation, it's straight onto it. So it's pretty much a mark, like very precise in that manner. Hi Kareem, great man, great. Continuing with the work on this block here of the engine. You see that. So having some fun in trying to make sense of how this works and to make the most of it, you know, to be authentic and all that. So I'm having some difficulties with the scan coming up in between my model. So let's just hide that. Bring this, come on. I hate the fact that the pencil sometimes, the tablet or whatever it is, that sometimes doesn't catch the commands I'm trying to make. In that regard, it's easier for me to work with the mouse, but I don't know, it feels more right to do it with a a tablet. So there you go. Anyway, so what do we need to do here? It's combine all of this. It's pretty much aligned with how this is. So what I'll say is that probably the circle is smaller. So now I won't go about that because the circle is already set as it is, and if I have to change it, it will have like big repercussions. So what I'll do actually is just I'll try to fix part of it. It's gonna be tricky. Yeah, some parts can be just hidden with the engine. Yeah, they can go hide. So we don't need that either, but no big deal anyway. It's kind of I'm escaping from the problems here that I have. Okay, so that runs to the bottom, I would say. And there's a quite big circle that ends over there. Karim, how's going with the work on the what was it? UFC fighters. Knock knock. Hi Kelvin. What's up, mate? What's the time over there at your place, by the way? You said the other day it's quite late. So I assume it's late. Hi there. Can you hear me? I can chat here. Hear your call. I don't know. It's no, I guess. The audio is not muted. Hello, can you hear me? I cannot hear you. The audio is on output, is on the speaker's output. It's how it's supposed to be, but I cannot hear you. I can see that you're talking as well. Your icon is moving, but I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you, man. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Hi, Kelvin. Hello.
Hey man.
Now I can hear you well. Ta-da! It's working finally.
Nice.
What was the issue?
I don't know. I think the output was set backwards. So that's okay. It's all fixed now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Still working on your thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be working for the foreseeable future. I'll tell you that. It's quite complicated. It's more than I envisioned. But yeah, it has to be done. So I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. And if anything else, I'm like challenged to do so, right? So I'm more or less obsessed with it right now. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I thought that I would be quite good with the geometry of this kind and so on, but I just cannot make sense of it right now. If you ask me, I have no idea how to approach it, how to make it. I'm just going step by step. Yesterday, Atom has came on the stream. I mean, he just wrote on the chat, and he said, "Well, is there any way like you to make it with NURBS? Why you're doing vertex by vertex?" And I'm just thinking about it, about the fact that people just want to get the easiest way possible, which is completely fine and understandable, but for this particular thinking, I mean, it's not possible unless you have this, some blueprints or anything. But
Yeah.
I cannot quite frankly make sense of how this works. I have no idea where to place the curves, but block by block, polygon by polygon, I'm just getting closer and closer, and eventually I'll make it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but for now it's quite tricky. The 3D scan, it's quite damaged, man. You cannot see barely anything. It pisses me off, to be honest. To be honest and real, first of all, is I should be grateful to have the 3D scan, because not many have this. I just got it on behalf of the client I had working with, years ago. So, a year ago actually. So, what I'm trying to say is I already have more than what I'm supposed to have.
Yeah,
Which
that's
would-
true. At least you have
Yeah.
something to work with. So.
Yeah, and it will definitely give me like an upper hand on making this car as authentic as possible, which is why actually I took on making this. I'm like, okay, there's some kind of potential here.
she took the evening shift, so I have half a day to myself. So it's not as isolating it is because the sun is still out for me. So it's nice to stream when your sun is also out as well. It makes me feel like it's you know, a little bit more nicer.
Yeah, that's cool. What are you working on right now? Are you still working on the materials, or is that finished?
No, I'm done. I'm working on something a little bit more cooler now, but I'm not really posting it anywhere.
I know you're working the teeth. Have you done them?
Yeah, I'm working on them now.
Jesus, man, what you do have a stomach, for things. I'll tell you that, because I cannot make myself, I mean, I cannot. Yeah, when you have to go, you go. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm reluctant to go and visit dentists, because who wants to, you get what I'm trying to say. So even to have a glimpse at your, my own teeth, so to speak, and work on them, it would be okay. No.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you, and you're just okay, this and that, Oh, that's just my teeth.
I'm not just doing it because, I'm doing it because well, if I have to be honest, I'm frustrated by the layoffs and the industry. So I'm trying to just be a little bit adaptable, I think. And I think, if I can just forget about the pain for a little bit, it's okay for me.
I have to ask, because you have brought this up several times. Have you been you experienced that yourself, being part of these layoffs, or?
Oh yeah, man, 100%, 5 times to be exact.
Okay, so you were working somewhere, and yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Trying to just, keep afloat with everything. So,
I don't know what to say, man. It's tricky
to pay for it.
Yeah.
Or are you renting?
Actually, I'm living in my own, so. I mean, it's different here in the Balkans, That's why.
Maybe, yeah. I think maybe Europe is different. America and Australia and Canada.
It's entirely different, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's entirely different. I know there you're paying mortgages and whatnot. In here, people.
No, I don't want to pay. I want to pay somebody a coin. That's all. Like back in the day. Oh hey, can you pay for my bill? Yeah, I don't have the money, but can I buy some cigarettes? Yeah, sure. That'll be alright. And then you just go, give them whatever you have in your house, and you pay your bill that way. Or you say, hey, I don't have any money, but you can come in and, have some roast chicken with me if you like. Oh, that'll be lovely. Alright, yeah, thanks.
No, the situation here is completely different. For example,
we're not in the cowboy days anymore, like Red Dead Redemption. Oh, yeah. Come in here and have a slice of chicken. You're a good man.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get your bills paid. You just don't pay your bills. It's really cool.
No, in here it's entirely different, and the whole culture. For example, in US. I have friends from US, and they would be like, oh, it's we're turning 18 years of age, we are moving abroad. I don't know, he's traveling different countries, his parents are living in, I don't know, thousands of kilometers away. In here it's entirely different. For example, we are pretty much dependent on our parents. I'm living in the house of my father, so we had I can say quite big house. I'm living on the second floor. We are separated. I'm on the second floor with my wife. They're on the first floor. But it's just one house. So just on two floors basically. That's it. And that's how like the majority in our country are living, or otherwise they would have to take credit to pay out apartments because no longer houses are built. Very occasionally someone would try to build a house, but the majority is living in apartments. So in speaking on that subject about those delicate of things, I'm always trying to be appreciative and to just appreciate all that has been given to me, because I did not made for to have a house. So probably if I didn't have a house, I would have to pay like almost up to 1,000 euros for monthly for apartment. So that's kind of money I can spare, and I mean, for me, that's big difference right now, and I can pretty much understand what you're talking about. So that's why I also asked, because you have brought up several times the layoffs, so I can just assume that, you were, how they say it in English, what's the saying, on, the worst end of it, being laid off, this and that.
I think it was pretty, it was so crazy that day though, like, I was literally about to go to LA. I had everything organized, and I was like, I didn't hear back from the producer. And then 2 weeks later, there was like a freaking crazy there was a crazy protest about Hollywood and MetaHuman and everything like that, apparently, doubles. And then like 2-3 weeks later, the layoffs started happening globally, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I can
I still had my
understand
job
that.
though, but it was so scary. And then eventually I got laid off. So.
You know what I tried to mention, to bring up is freelancing, but I know that it's not sustainable in US. You would have to charge them like 70, 50, 60 dollars an hour, and people don't go on platforms like these to pay that much money. They go there to find something cheap, but that cheap for me it's like premium here. Like if I can earn around $35 an hour, or 40, even 40 or 50, I am over the moon. Here with those kind of money, you can afford everything.
Yeah, it's not bad. You can do it.
That's why I'm always trying to have all these things in perspective. And when people say, well, why you're pushing that much, why are you stressing about things, why you're doing this and that, like, that's because it's because of that, because I'm quite aware of what the reality is. Because while I can do this, and for me it's great, for Kelvin it's not great, because in US the situation is different, and I have to be on my toes to be prepared for anything that might come, right? So I have no idea what will happen tomorrow. For example, what if suddenly out of nowhere 3D is obsolete? I'm on the street, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I'm doing alright. I got jobs and whatever, but it's just always up and down.
I know. I'm in the same.
I'm
in the same loop.
More adaptable.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm just right now talking with two big studios. Not big studios. They're big in my eyes. I have no clue how they stand on the global stage. They're not like Ubisoft. They're not like Blizzard or anything like that. They're just outsourcing studio as well. But they're quite good at what they do, and I can learn a lot in there, and so on and so on. So there is some potential there, but it's yet to be seen what will happen. And I'm still waiting.
You know what? The way that my wife orchestrates that, she'll always say to me like, "Yeah, that's nice and there's potential, but don't count on it." I like the way that she says it, man. The way that because she's a nurse, so she knows like. she sees death and she sees failure all the time.
Yeah.
So like, you know, yeah, like when she says it like that, it's like oh fuck.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, yeah.
I can tell you I'm pretty much seeing the same things. I mean, approaching the things in the same way. For example, this studio offered a certain studio offered me lead position for vehicles, and I'm like over the moon. The salary is like,
No, fucking do it.
yeah. If that happens, goodbye everything. Like I can move to be your neighbor comfortably, and I won't have to worry for anything else, you know, for the foreseeable future. But the way I see it is, I tell myself this is too good to be true. You know, so in my mind it's not gonna happen. That's how I'm seeing it. I discussed this with a friend. He says you're an idiot. You know, you're a lunatic. Blah blah blah. Why it will happen? This and that. Well, I don't know. It's not to say that I'm not that good, maybe, and you diminish yourself. You know, but it's just knowing the industry, how it works, and all that. I cannot be that one man from the whole universe here, from the whole planet that they just found me. You know. Because if they had those money to pay, they would probably get someone like Lionel Messi in the 3D industry, right? So that's how I see things. Because in my mind, I'm still pushing. I'm still, you know, trying to chase that someone like Matthew McConaughey says. I'm trying to push and, you know, catch up with that idea of where I want to be. But I'll never attain that. So probably one thing at a time.
Well, well, that's. I think who was it? I think it was either Jim Carrey or I don't remember who it was. I think it was Jim Carrey or someone from Guardian. No. It's, you know, what's that guy's name? From Ant-Man. You know,
Oh, I know him.
Ant-Man?
Not personally though, but I know the.
Yeah, you got it, eh?
I know the actor.
But yeah, no, he said that he was struggling a lot to find jobs a long time ago, and
Yeah.
he just did he did one audition after how many failed times, and then after that he made a movie, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
he was literally going to stop acting, like, for good.
I always want to watch those things, like you know, the stories of these people and so on, because they're always inspiring. At least the majority of them. At least those who are really worth, you know, to be seen. For example, Denzel Washington. You know, he's saying how he was just, I mean, he wasn't any talent or this or that. He just had an idea. He wants to be an actor, and you know, I think you know his story, right? So let's not go into details of it. But my point is, at some point in their lives, they were like desperate. For example, I was not aware of this, but I just got aware after watching Tom Clancy, the show that is with this actor from Office. He says, I was on the brink of, you know, canceling everything, like not doing anything else, you know, in regards to 3D, what I'm saying, to acting. But out of nowhere, this Office show came up, and not overnight, of course, he was working, you know, how many years on the show, but he became, you know, so good. So you never know, you know, what will happen, and that's what I'm trying to say. What I have in the back of my mind, you never know what will happen. So just, you know, do what you love. That's one thing about Jim Carrey that I love a lot.
Yeah.
When he said his father got fired by doing work that he didn't love. So at least, you know, while you're doing that, do something that you love, and even if you're, you know, pushed away and so on, you would know that your time wasn't a waste. You did what you loved doing. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Hi, Vivir.
Oh shit, we've been talking, we didn't see that.
Yeah, man. We were talking a bit, and not a bit, but a bit more. But that's all good. That's why I'm streaming. So to have these talks, I not to say that I love talking a lot, but it's You know, it feels like I'm in a studio working with someone, not alone at home. So yeah, being invested in this conversation, I did not read that Veer wrote.
Cool.
I believe he's from India and he has worked on simulators, games in regards to Flight Simulator, maybe something like that. If that's how I understood it, I don't know. He wrote an introduction on the Discord channel I have. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. The thing is, you know, he has done some nice stuff, and whenever I see something like that, I'm like, okay, this is something I'm not sure if I can do. You know, no matter how good you think you are, someone will do something. Maybe he's a beginner, but someone will do something, and you're like, okay, I have to prove myself with this. And one analogy I can make, it's like in racing, when Michael Schumacher said, in F1, I mean, you're winning and everyone is looking up to you and all that, but every single race, it's a new mystery. You have to prove it yourself once again. So in regards to 3D, it's not probably entirely like that, because if you're good, you know what you can do, right? But let's say it's something entirely different. If someone gives me a character, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it like, for example, how Karim would do it. Karim, a certain artist here that did some characters. Or yourself, Calvin. Your characters of yourself that you've done, it's pretty amazing. I know I cannot do that.
I don't intend to. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't intend to be a character or a creature or an enemy. I just want to add myself in my own environment that badly. And then once I finish Metacalvin and it's all done, don't come to me asking me for character help. You go to Nima for that. Don't go to me for that. Yeah. I'm just trying to get my silhouette in the environment, so when you look at the render, like, oh look, Calvin's over there. You see? Like that's my goal. My goal is to, you know, find Wally. Find Calvin. Yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to put myself as an asset.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. I don't know if these teeth are too yellow, but I do drink a lot of coffee. But I don't know.
I'll tell you, I wasn't drinking any coffee, but then I got married and my wife brought up with her a machine for coffee. And sure enough, every single morning I'm with the coffee. So previously I was drinking cocoa only, but yeah, I don't know.
Cocoa.
Yeah, cocoa, or how do you pronounce that? It's always weird to me when I have to say cocoa. In our country we call it cacao.
Yeah, cacao, yeah. Because that's how you, yeah. That's
cacao. So cocoa, or I'm trying to
sound
sound
dude,
more...
I gotta show you these things. Hang on,
I'm trying to sound American.
You just reminded me.
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
Sure.
Pay attention to my screen.
Veer, are you there, mate? I'm sorry for not really addressing you earlier, but... And why the hell...
Alright, I found it.
The music is not playing in the background. Yeah, now it is. Let me guys, if the music is too loud or anything.
Can you see this?
Just a moment.
Gonna be a delay, I'm gonna prepare it. So
just a moment, because I have here like many windows opened up and I have no idea where I am with it. Just a moment. Just a moment. I have to open YouTube as well, because apparently my multi-chat is not working well, and I don't want to miss anyone who writes anywhere, you know. Okay, so where should I be?
That's a little bit too clean.
Where should I be watching?
Look,
share your screen. Where?
No, can you see? Yeah, I'm. Oh wait.
Okay, now I'm seeing your stream.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see this in the container?
Yeah, I can see it right now.
So these are cacao.
Oh, that's awesome,
and
man.
And I have this one. Yeah, I have this from time to time. It's literally like it's like a. Look. It's literally like a puff of chocolate. Unsweetened.
That's cool.
So crazy.
That's looking very nice. We don't have.
Yeah, you just put a little bit of water in there, and then you just have you drink it in the morning. Really good.
That's very nice. We don't have such things in here. I assume because I haven't seen it. If there was, I would have seen it probably. I love cacao a lot.
I got it from my mom
But
because she brought that one back from the Philippines because it's kind of like that. Dude, I don't know. I think I don't know. Let's go back to my teeth. Bullshit. I'm working too much on this shit. And then Nimla comes in and he just tortures me. He's like, this is fucked. Yeah, I know it's fucked.
Nimlot is great. I remember.
He's savage, man.
Yeah, I remember the first time. I mean, a friend of mine told me about him, and I watched him. It was like 5 years ago, maybe, you know. And just recently, like few months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, he followed me on Twitch. It was like a highlight, you know. Nimlot's now following me as well. It was pretty cool. Anyway, what I wanted to say is about his work ethic and the details he does. So, not to go any further, but I mean, I was trying to make sense of this at one time because I was thinking about giving lessons to anyone who wants to make a car and things like that, like mentorships as well and so on. And I'm thinking, how on earth would I be able to tell a person how to do certain things? Because everyone has their own way, right? So then I went back to Nimlot's page, and there is one thing he says, very specifically it's put out. He says, if you're working with me, expect that you will have to work very hard. So what that told me is that it's one thing that a person can, as you know, someone who does this, that can, you know, give direction to someone, you know, who wants to do things as well, good enough and so on. But you cannot replace that kid or whoever it is who wants to learn 3D. You cannot put entirely your thoughts or approach on how things really need to be made. So what I'm trying to say probably is that it's expected that whoever wants to learn, that he has to put the hours. You know, you have to work a lot to do 10 models bad to learn how to make finally one good. It's not like you're gonna make the first model great, because I'm sure if you go back watching your old models, you would say, oh, this is garbage, right? So I don't know.
I like being direct as well, like.
But you have to be direct. You have to be direct.
Well, that's why I don't bother with trying to get a class with Nimla, because I'm not. Well, he might think so, but you know, he wouldn't know because I don't do the mentor shit with him. But I've gone through some ups and downs. I'm definitely not a quitter, and I do grind.
Considering what you've done, yeah.
I do grind, so I don't feel like I need mentoring. If I feel like I was gonna say, hey, I want actual coaching, you know, I'd probably want to do like a you know, one-on-one with Rafael Garcetti, for example. Like that shit, like I would, you know, I'm ready to get destroyed by someone like that.
Yeah.
Nimla, I would just start a fight with him. Like, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna grind anyway. You know? And then maybe I would sleep and then be a little bit lazy here and there, but I'm still gonna continue doing it. I think what's really good with what Nimla's mentorship is really good is like students, you know? Students that think they know their shit, but they don't. And then they have an ego trip or some shit like that. If you got that, you need to get destroyed. You absolutely need to. If you got like a fucking attitude, you need Nimla to fucking put a gun to your head and like, here's the mouse and keyboard. Now you're gonna do this shit and get it perfect. And you're gonna feel the real pain. And you're gonna produce work. And I'm gonna make you a warrior. and you will always be in hell. I've been through hell a lot, man. Like, it's fucked. Being laid off, being, professors yelling at you, and oh man, I don't need any more of it. Sorry. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm married. I want a kid. I don't need it. So, but I'm happy because I actually did learn a lot with Nimla, and I'm not a character strength at all. So, I do environments, and there's a little bit of more stuff that I need to know. Of course, everybody learns, and I can accept that. So, do I need any more mentoring from someone like Nimla? Not really. Do I need to be belted by someone like Nimla? Not really, no. I mean, I'm hard-headed. I got a little bit of an attitude, but I'd rather do a mentorship from like one of the leads at Naughty Dog and say, hey Kyle, this is what we're gonna do. This is how much it costs. And then for me, I'm just like, oh fuck yeah, I actually really, really need to do this because now's the time to do it. I got the connection. If I fuck it up, I won't be able to get that job. And I look at it at that point of view, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right. So it makes a lot of sense in terms of like, where should I spend my money?
Yeah. I mean, it's also very different for people's place at the time. For example, like you said, when someone is, at the start probably doing this and that, probably, having a class lessons with Nimrod will be great, But if you want to, if your end goal is to be hired like in Naughty Dog or what you mentioned, then for sure it's gonna be much better if someone from that studio offers something, and of course you will take that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
for example, I wouldn't pay someone who's doing just cars today, but if that someone is working in F1, surely I would. Right?
No, that one too. That one or Gran Turismo or Polyphonic, right?
Yeah.
Imagine, gosh, we're gonna have, a one-on-one call with the lead art director from Polyphony, the Gran Turismo, dude, and The mentorship is absolutely free for the next 6 months because your work is astonishing. We want you to be good. We want to train you. We want to get you on board. We want to see what you can do. So we're going to be flying you to Japan. And then we're going to be going around Europe and then talking to all those people and then trying to learn all lingo. Dude, if you had something like that, of course you're going to take a mentorship. Holy shit. Gran Turismo? Oh my god. F1? Holy shit, like those people.
Yeah.
Of course. But, gonna go on YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna show you how to model an F1 car. If you subscribe to my Patreon, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't have the courage to do that. Like I've said,
it's not courage. I think it's for students who don't know. For students who have a part-time job while they're studying. Oh shit, I'm gonna save my hamburger money from McDonald's and then we're gonna do that mentorship. But, if you're already looking at the CAD model every single day, you probably know what you're doing. Maybe you just Google a little bit here and there. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just Google a little bit. If I don't know something, I'll search it up and, if it's not valid, I don't do it. Wasting my time doing it, to be honest. So yeah, I might as well just try to make something work. Just like these teeth. Like I got curious with the dentist, and then I was like, I'm gonna try to add this teeth part of Project Meta Cabinet. So I went to the dentist, got my teeth scanned and everything. And I treated this like a project. That's it, start to finish. I'm not gonna post it I'm not gonna share it until I think I know what I'm doing. Because now I can tell you the process. I don't have to be guessing it. Like, oh, how did I do this? I know exactly how I got this scan. You should try to get these, yeah, you should try to get this teeth scan. Might be nice for you too.
Oh, I'm scared.
You're scared? Why are you
I'm scared. Yeah, I told you, like, I won't be like, I don't like, you know, just watch through my teeth and all that, like, oh, this has to be worked on, I don't know, or things like that. I'll tell you.
Look. You can see my teeth. Look how fucked it is.
I can tell you, Calvin, I don't even want to be on a camera. The fact I'm doing this on stream, it's already way past my comfort zone. So, yeah, I'm just trying probably to, I don't know, it's not that scary. And, for example, I wouldn't like to hold a spider on my hand because that's one of the fears I also have. But
no, I don't. See, here, I separate it like based on object or creature, right? If it's a spider, snake not so bad. You know, if it's a huge ass fucking snake, you know, that I know is going to like crush my body and shit, like an anaconda, like a python or some shit, like choke me. Yeah, that's scary. Anything that I think is a threat, scary. Rats, spiders, shit like that. But like this is pretty cool. You know, it's not like I'm modeling what do you call it? Modeling my whole entire anatomy, you know, and then showing
yeah.
my body and then modeling that. Like, I probably wouldn't show that. But I think this is pretty funny because, you know, you're able to just like see what something might look like, you know.
And it depends the motivation. I mean, you said it yourself.
Oh, yeah,
your motivation sure. Being, you know, you want to have yourself as a meta version. So the motivation, I'll say it's everything.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. But I'm okay with it, you know. I like doing this. It's fun. I'm also trying to figure out where the AO map is, because it's being a little weird on here. I need to remove it.
For example, my motivation right now, and someone might say, you know, the same way, well, I'm talking about the teeth, or myself, maybe for this car, like, why is he doing this engine and all that, it's not needed, blah 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 blah. Because I just had a fair share of comments like that from people, and I think they're just not understanding why, for example, I can only speak again, Kelvin, for myself, so I'll be always saying that, and that's all will always be the reason of why I'm doing 3D. I'm not doing because it pays good. I'm not doing because certainly it's not, you know, shiny. Yeah. So why I'm doing it is because I like the impression I get from people later on, like when they will see it and they will be going like, that's crazy, you know, or you did this. They are in disbelief and they're really amazed. It's an art, you know. So I just like that. I like to hear that. I would like to see that, right? So every single thing I do, step by step, not from a start. 10 years ago, I wouldn't even thought about doing these things and so on and so on. But I did 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. It's not any longer impressive for me enough to only make the chassis. I want to make the details of it. I want to make everything. I want, when someone sees this car tomorrow, they will say, this is nuts. You know, I'm going for that emotion, I would say, or, you know, reaction of people when they see it. I'm not sure if they will. I can only give my best given the time I have, the knowledge I have, and given that, you know, thinking that this is what I need to do. Maybe someone will say this and they will be like, okay, that's garbage, like, who would do this, right? And of course, I mean, it cannot be great for anyone. Even Mona Lisa, like, not everyone appreciates that, you know. So it doesn't it doesn't mean anything else other than that people have different tastes and all that. But for me, I would know, right? and I would like, to have that made in my portfolio, to be part of my portfolio. So when I show up tomorrow for a work, I will say, well, I did this, and I won't bother if they offer me this much or that much. I will say my price, and if they want, they can take it. If not, they can leave it. Because I believe doing these things will bring me to that point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even like, without giving you too much, because it's still a work in progress with this career shift of mine, like, I'm just trying to figure out like medical meanings, medical terms and stuff, and I was like, maybe I could just do 3D in medical, see what happens. And it's always like, if you don't try, you don't know. And if you don't pick up the phone and you don't call that number or you don't try to organize, you don't know.
Dude, I mean,
you can be passionate, but you still will not know.
You know what I mean? I'm often listening podcasts while driving, not music but podcasts. And on one podcast, it was spoken about. I believe it was Steve Jobs. Yeah, Steve Jobs. So it turns out apparently he got his job first time in working. I don't know where he was working, but actually studying. He wanted to study computers. So the way he went about it, he just wrote to Paul Packard. I don't know how it's pronounced. He straight out went and wrote them like a message. Imagine yourself today writing to Elon Musk. Hey Elon, you know what? I want to learn about Tesla. Can I work for you?
Yeah.
And they take you, and you learn, and you are passionate about it. You bring energy to it, and all that, and all whatnot. And then you're, the one who gave you chance. It's like just a dot of the magnitude of what you have achieved after that. Like, you are now the name, like, imagine that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I just wanted to touch on what you just mentioned, that if you don't pick up that phone, you said, you have to go out there and pursue things. They won't come to you.
I mean, if you don't like, I also believe that you need to like not embarrass yourself either, but sometimes you end up embarrassing yourself and you're like, fuck it.
Well, the way I'm saying it, people that know myself, know me. I wanted to say, my English can escape me sometimes. Anyway, the people what I wanted to say is that the people that know me and are from my region here, they're living in Macedonia and whatnot, on a daily basis and so on. They all say to me like, live streaming? Are you crazy? Like, aren't you ashamed doing that? Things like that.
Ashamed.
Yeah. So the way I'm seeing it is, I'm doing this crap for 10 years now. During the pandemics, I heard more than 5 people out of 10 podcasts. That's 50%. They are apparently today great artists, and each of them learned through live streaming. So I'm like, why on earth I'm not streaming as well the processes I do while I'm going about my 3D work? I never know what that might lead to, right? Why I am putting myself, away and being shy to go out in front of a camera, this and that. Why? So I was thinking quite a bit about that. I wasn't breaking my brain about that, but I was just trying to make sense why I'm thinking like this, why I don't want to do that, and so on and so on. And then I just said, why not? Why not? I'm gonna go doing live streaming. If I didn't do live streaming, I wouldn't have met you. If I didn't do live streaming, I wouldn't have spoken with Nimlot in great detail about how characters are made, this and that. I wouldn't have even a project, because I got a project from live streaming. A client apparently saw me, someone saw me and he wanted to hire me. So, we continued, stuff elsewhere, where we arranged stuff and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But why I also began reasoning like this is because my wife is quite shy. I was like a manager in clubs, doing parties, organizing, parties in the nights and all that in the town. I used to go in bars wherever I liked in the city for free, and so on and so on. I was very much ongoing, right? I would talk to people, I wouldn't be shy and so on, but I was shy as a kid. But anyway, I learned that that's not the way to go, because what's there to be shy about? Like, nobody's perfect, and so on. We all do silly things. So I'm looking at my wife, she's telling me all these things, she's shy and so on, and that I was always the one that's ongoing, whenever we go in a restaurant or anything, I'll just straight out go and do something, pull up a chair, this and that, ask for things. I won't be shying away. So thinking about that, I was like, okay, I'm already more or less that kind of person. Why I'm afraid of streaming? So again, I just said, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll give myself a chance, and it's quite interesting, I'll say.
Yeah, I actually, I've been doing video for ages. I've been kind of streaming for a long time, but I made my YouTube channel in 2008.
Mine was in 2005.
2006. Yeah, something like that. And I made heaps of videos, heaps of content and everything. Yeah, that was crazy. And then I was like, do you remember Periscope? That was a Periscope, and then there was the Twitter version, Twitter feed.
Not really.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, it was like, and then Twitch came out. Like, so I've seen everything, but
Now imagine if you started doing this since the beginning. Just imagine it.
Oh yeah. But I didn't even know about 3D.
Yeah, you see what I mean? So
this never made sense to go on.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thought that always keeps coming back to me. Like, I was on YouTube since 2006, to be more precise. YouTube was about 2005. I had internet in my neighborhood. Like, I was the first person in my neighborhood to have internet. I used to play Counter-Strike on PC alone with people on the internet, and I was wondering when will be the time when my friends from the streets, will have internet themselves, so we can play Counter-Strike from home. Now look where we are, like everyone is on PC and whatnot. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that I had like in YouTube, I need to reset my router of the internet. So
there you go.
yeah, I need to reset it to reset the router from the internet, so it resets a different time, because it was previously reset at this particular moment. Every single day at the same time it resets itself.
Really?
And yeah, and OBS it's crashing down. I need to fix that. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I've been doing that since 2005-6. So what if I've been posting videos since then? At least only about sim racing, right? Surely it would have been came to some.
Oh shit! Not bad. Sorry, I got the gums right. The color.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry. I just got really. It's like when you look at it, it looks like real gums. Actually, it's pretty. Yeah, almost looks like dentures. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
No, man. I mean, nothing.
It's pretty cool looking.
Nothing spectacular. I mean, that's it. So I'm just. My whole point of this discussion is that we have wasted a lot of opportunities. That's how I am seeing things, and that's what's making me push today, because I believe I am more or less like entitled to have that, because I had it and I just didn't saw it, and I feel like I have lost it. It's not like I am trying to do something new, that okay, I'm gonna give myself a chance. No, I'm going at it like I should have been doing this by now. Now I'm trying to like, you know, speed up and catch up with something, but that's just crazy idea. It's not a fact. It's just how I see things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I found a very nice way on how this is made, and brings me back to what I said to you earlier in this stream about Atom asking why this is not made with NURBS. So here is a point where I can use a NURB or something like that. I don't know if you're watching my stream, but doing it block by block, it led me to this piece of shape here that I got from the 3D scan. It's just a small piece that I could barely make. And if you see here on this, it's like a circle and going back apparently. It's not continuing on the other side. This is another line that's continuing on the other side, like you know, 90-degree angle here and this one. But this piece in here, it's like a circle. So there, that's the one. So in here I'm just gonna make a circle and it will be looking very nice, at least consistent with what I need to have. It's gonna look good. I'm onto something.
Okay, so I got my... That's okay.
And by the way, I made some kind of animation. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Let me see if
I saw some of this. I saw some of it the other. You were doing like this really cool thing.
I'm gonna show it one time. I'm not supposed to show this to anyone. So this is something I've worked on months ago. It's gonna be released as part of cinematic for one endurance world championship endurance racing team. And I've been designing the whole chassis. Not that I how to say brought the concept and everything. The car was already made. I just had to make a 3D model out of it for the purpose of cinematics.
I like the frame rate. The frame rate's good.
Anything else besides the frame rate?
No, I don't have anything else to say. I can't do that. So it's good.
Okay, so that was like
premiere. Maybe a little bit more interesting lighting. Make it more dramatic. So
yeah.
You know.
Materials, Biboman could not be really improved because the point of this, what I've shown was, I mean, what I've made, it was a request from the client. They wanted to have the clay of the car. So they didn't need any textures because they already have made the car with texture and everything using AI, by the way, which is scary to think, considering they made the following.
It's scary.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you guys what they did with the use of AI. So it wasn't even texturing properly like we used to do, and we know it. So I'll just try to find some shots here that I have.
Base layer.
Yeah, and what you'll see, yeah, it's just mind-blowing. And I would then, Biba, I would like to hear what you have to say about that. Look at that. Do you see it, guys?
You know, you know what to do. Here, I'll tell you. Cube, cat, retopo, Renault engine. There, 3 steps.
Do you see this?
3 steps actually takes 7 to 8 months to finish.
This whole thing here, it's made with AI, except the 3D model. The 3D model had to be precise, and based on the 3D model, they made the UV. To me, they made the livery with the AI. To me, it's like mind-blowing. I don't know what to say. It's just scary. That's what it is.
I'm like, yeah, like I said to you the other day, man. I can't wait to be 80. That for me is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. It's really scary, man. That's why I'm trying to do these intricate
Don't be
details.
scared.
Uh,
Don't be scared.
I am, because,
If you're
like I
gonna
told
be
you,
scared, you're not gonna become adaptable. I thought about that the other day. I was like, fuck, Kyle, if you don't try to understand AI,
no,
kiss your
that
3D goodbye.
that's for
Honestly.
sure. Because the way I'm seeing things is that I'll try, definitely to incorporate AI into my works. Because
better.
if you don't, you're just gonna be left behind, and that's the fact. It's not even
Yeah.
it's not an opinion. It's a fact. You will be left out.
Yeah.
For good, and it will take some time to catch up and so on. Anyway, I mean, that's why I also love history, is because looking at the history, you can pretty much predict the future, and looking at the history, it will tell you more about the future, right? So, looking at the history, what it tells me is AI will be just a tool. I mean, that's pretty much what everyone is coming to a conclusion for the foreseeable future, because I wouldn't like to be naive or Mr. Magnanimous, to say that, oh, AI will never do this or that, because I don't know that. Nobody knows that. We don't know what will be in the future. Like, maybe 20 years ago, AI will do everything. So, where that leaves us? I mean, will it be only a tool for the foreseeable future, Calvin? Before me and you make 80, probably it will, but it's scary.
I'm excited. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm gonna be old, right? And I'm gonna be like, there's no point. Right now is time. It's youth. It's new. Do it. When you get old, man, and you hear those bones crunching and those weird sounds in your body, that carpal tunnel's coming your way, man.
You're scaring me now. You're scaring me now with that. I don't want to. I don't want to even think about it.
Oh yeah. That's why. Why do you think I'm doing my teeth?
Just to answer. Just to answer to
this
my.
Is what I'm trying to do. Self-preservation. When AI comes out and some guy in the basement made a line of code and say, "Hey, we can get your we can. If you go to this lab, we can plug you in USB through your neural link through your brain, transfer all that data into MetaCalvin, and boom, Calvin lasts forever."
Yeah.
That's why I'm making these teeth. I want to preserve Calvin. So then when I die, you'll be like, "Oh, he had such great teeth." That'll be great. So that's why I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what that future might look like.
Yeah. Just to answer to Biba, again, first of all, I don't know why I'm looking at the stream, and I'm sure if Calvin takes a glimpse of it.
Oh yeah,
the chat,
snap the window.
The chat
side.
Can be on the chat. You can see Veer saying the last things like hello and how it's going, but Biba man and what he's writing, it cannot be seen on the stream. I'm trying to make sense. Why is that? In any case, he asks. He says so. They take the clay model, put into AI, and the AI did the rest. Yes, that's right. Yes,
Hell yeah.
That's right. They took the clay model, they put it into the AI, and the AI did the rest. So, what they needed the clay model basically for was to have like something specific to hold on to. Like the model won't flex in shape, right? It will be static. It will be kind of preserving everything that later on needs to be made with the help of AI. The clay model will preserve the original shape of the car, the authenticity of it. So that's why they need the clay, and everything else it's with AI, like I've already said several times. It's scary. Kelvin, I mean, look at that. If they did not had AI, I would have been tasked to make the UV as well and the livery. and my work would have been, bigger. I mean, I would have had more work. I would have been paid more, and so on and so on. So, but I'm not. So.
Okay, I'll bake it. Oh! Can't wait. No. I'm so look. If I had a really interesting childhood. Let's just say that, and I'm very like comedical about dark humor. Dude, I can't wait to die. Can't wait. It's gonna be like I'm gone, my computer, and all my assets are there, and then someone's gonna be like, so do we keep all this stuff that Calvin did or we delete it? Hell yeah! Delete it!
Jesus, man.
Delete it all, man! Delete everything! Fuck yeah, I'm gone, I'm dead. Don't need to think about 3D, no UVs, no AI, no drama. I'm just gonna be in the fucking clouds, man. Wrestling with the worms in the ground. Oh yeah. But right now,
I don't know what to say. I mean, it's very grim.
But I'm also very annoyed that things don't always work. I want things to work. But, oh well. That's nature of being a human being. I don't know. It's entertaining to me. Because when I was young with my friends, like, oh, they were like, we were like talking like, oh, so if you were gonna die, how would you like to do it? How would you like to die? Oh, like that Final Destination where the truck, like, and the log hits you in the face and your head just comes off? Yeah, I want that to happen. And then just like everything kind of looks like a movie, And then,
Oh my.
like people will be like crazy, like, yeah, man, you'll be all over the news and everything. It'll be great. You'll be famous and shit, and you'll be gone at the same time. You'll be celebrity. You'll be celebrity status for like 5-6 days, and you'll be gone. You won't have to worry about paparazzi.
I know, man.
Fuck, man. Freak accident, man. You're driving on the freeway and the log hits you in the face. Slices your head off through the window. That's it. Let's go. And then you have to come back and figure out what to do with my computer.
Are you doing any sports?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I skate.
You skate. So you like pretty much adrenaline, I would say. It's not that adrenaline stuff, but you do like what I meant to say. It falls into the category of like extreme sports. Like you can fall, you can break arm, these things. So it's pretty much
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So anything else?
No, not really. Like, I don't know what else I should say, but I honestly don't give a fuck. I do art, and I cook, I do sports and whatever, and as soon as I get sad, I do art again, and then when I get over doing art, I do something else. And that's it. That's how
because you said you cannot wait to die. I mean, honestly.
No, you're taking it too literally.
Yeah, maybe.
Lighten up a little bit and have a joke.
But
you just stop thinking about it that way. No, it's just the idea of being on a big screen and everyone's like, Calvin Cropley. And then they're just like talking about your portfolio, how successful you are. Really, really interesting individual, suffered all these layoffs, great work. Looking forward to start a job, starts his car for the interview, and the tree just falls on him. Oh, such a waste. Anyway, back to the weather. How's Melbourne looking? Oh, it's a pretty hot day today, and it's like everyone just forgets about you, just like that. Also the commercial. Oh, donate blood today, and make a wish foundation, and then blah 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 blah, and also buy a puppy. That's it. Calvin forgot forever. You know, it's so funny. Like, just being a 3D artist, going through all of this crazy struggle, right? And then, like, thinking about, like, what it might be like, you know, when you're old. You know? And I think all of these troubles we're having with AI and whatever, it's only gonna get better, man. Like, just think about it. You know? Oh, we got a new program, a beta program, we're gonna, you know, we're working together with the Unreal team and the Neuralink. Imagine, Neuralink works together, the Neuralink Tesla works together with Epic, and then gets that FDA approved by doctors and the hospitals in the world. And you get your USB, you know, and you plug your brain into the fucking metahuman. Oh, dude. Fuck yeah. You know? That's it. You know? And then you can kind of transport your whole entire brain, right, into the AI. It walk and talk, uses your skeleton, does everything. Exact digidouble. We're not talking about like a fucking Hollywood digidouble where they have to delete the shit. No, we're like a full-on, complete human replica. And then you feed AI news into it, and then it learns. And then Calvin lives forever. Wow. That's the future we're living in, man.
I'll tell you what, man. You need to...
Imagine.
You need to be a script writer.
I need to write a book. Dude, I need to... Yeah. But
you need to be a script writer.
Imagine, just imagine. Like, imagine what that world might look like. Oh my god, that shit's crazy. You know? Like, you have one version of you that's modeling, right? Doing this stupid shit you're doing right now. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to do this. No, you just get your digidouble, do it. It knows already what you know because you cloned the brain into the chip. And fuck it, you just go off to the mountains, have a picnic with your wife. Holy shit, who wants? Dude,
well, that's the thing, man. That's why I said I love what I'm doing. You know, that's the difference.
Dude,
I'm not made.
That's what I'm saying. We train our brain because if that's an opportunity for us to look at, oh, dude, I am in. You know, I am totally in for that shit. Damn. Oh, what the fuck am I here? I love this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, Zahran. Hi, Zahran. First time on the chat.
It's not.
I have a lot of people watching from India.
Yeah. There's a lot of from, you know, you don't get people like me talk openly about this shit. Like, it's for people.
Actually, sorry, Zahran, if I'm assuming that you're from India, maybe. Wait a sec.
That's Kareem.
It's Kareem. Didn't you have different names somewhere? Kareem is from Egypt. Okay, I think this is his profile from Twitch. But I don't know. Wait a sec. I have to scroll up. Oh yeah, Kareem wrote me on YouTube previously, and now he is on stream. Yeah, on Twitch. Kareem is from Egypt. We had some nice talk about the pyramids the other day. That's some topic, Calvin, that of everything that you've said, imagine this, imagine that. Well, imagine the pyramids literally being made like some alien type of people. Because it's very much...
You know what? I was watching
very much
movie Prometheus the other day. Did you see Prometheus?
Prometheus? No, but interesting enough,
well,
yesterday...
Apparently it's supposed to be Alien Part 1. That's what it's supposed to be, apparently. It was made by some other director. It wasn't made by James Cameron or whatever. But, you kind of wonder about that shit. Like, you know.
I mean, how you wouldn't wonder about that shit?
Whatever the hell you want to call it. But you don't know if someone else brought a disease here.
I mean, how you wouldn't...
we're humans.
How you wouldn't wonder about that stuff, considering the facts they have lately made, you know, that they're not made when we thought they were made. I mean,
yeah,
it opens like a whole can of worms. And it's insane. Like I said just briefly
I love it.
a few moments ago, I love history. And, I mean,
Well, that's why I get excited about that whole technology stuff when you get old, because, like, dude, the more that you think about it, the more crazy you get. And so, yeah, just look forward for what's coming, man. You know. I guess a really interesting example of that is, like, remember before when it was like you could buy a house for like $2,000, $8,000, and the people were saying, "Oh, I didn't have money," blah 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 blah. Like, dude, and then now it's like a house fucking costs $500,000+ or some shit. You know, those people are old people now, right? Times change. It's quite amazing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, hearing that. So for me, I'm kind of like, wow, that's pretty crazy to think that that's what happened many years ago. Yeah, so I try to be open-minded about it, you know.
I try to be open-minded about pretty much everything. I believe that's the only way actually where you can grow as a person. Because what's the alternative, you know, if you're closed, you know, the opposed, so you don't learn about stuff. If I wasn't curious about 3D, I wouldn't have made the best decision in my life. I wouldn't be independent like I am today. So I'm saying this because I do know people who say like, "Oh, I know everything." No, you don't. No, you don't.
I can't wait to know everything.
You won't ever know
Get
everything.
my brain into get my brain into an AI, and then let's go. Let's go. I'll figure out how to fly with no vehicle. That's it. Alright, how's this going? Is this better now? I don't know if it's better. I think I wiped out too much. Like, you know that guy? There's this guy, he has like something wrong with his brain or something. Anyway, Tesla, Elon Musk, you know, put him to the beta program. He said yes. Put a chip in his neural system, man. He can move the mouse with his eyes. It's fucking nuts, bro.
You would know pretty much more than that, than me. I wanted to say about that. What's going on? Like, is there something that's transcribed in US?
Yeah. He's like that. Look it up, man. It's crazy. Like, he can play games and write words, and he just uses his brain, and it just
Elon Musk
goes on the computer.
Elon Musk.
No, not Elon Musk. A patient. He had
course.
something wrong with his brain. He was paralyzed.
Of
so
course.
like Elon Musk, I guess they signed him up to the program, and he agreed as well. And yeah, they put the chip inside his neural system, into his neural network in his brain, and he just looks at something now, and he can write it up.
Jesus Christ.
So that's what I want. I want that inside MetaHuman. Yeah? And then like link all those fucking AI chatbots to this Calvin, right? And then it just learns language after that. And then I can die, and then Calvin will live forever. But that's like very far into the future. I'm thinking way too science fiction here. But I got excited for technology. If I can think about shit like that, clearly.
I wouldn't say it's too far
pretty
far away, considering how things are going, you know. I mean, it was 2000 when I was watching James Bond launch rockets from his watch, right? Or I don't know, do stuff with his phone and whatnot. I mean, look at us now.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
I love watches. It's probably one of the things I will do as 3D model project soon, because I'd love to model some watch and, you know, in details and all that. It's hard surface stuff as well. But and my point being, I was also vocal against like smartwatches. Like that doesn't have any value. Analog watches are much better, this and that, more reliable, blah blah blah. Here I am. I cannot go about my day without wearing the smartwatch.
Oh, for sure. I'm the
because
same too.
because it's just much more convenient. I'll stick to analog watches when I want to dress good and go to some dinner or whatever. But
it's good if you want to turn the internet off just for that night.
yeah, but on daily basis, like the smartwatch is the best. I'm going swimming for hours and a client writes me, I can see the message right away. I don't have to stop. I don't have to go and walk up to the dressing room or whatever to see on my mobile phone whether someone has written or not, so I can respond very quickly, because in freelancing speed is everything. So I mean, it's not even comparable. Like,
yeah, it's true.
and truly, I did got smartwatch only to be able to respond to clients faster. That's true. If anyone wondered, because I would get in the water and I'll swim for hours. Like, I mean, not hours in longevity, but the moment I enter in the water, I'm gonna be swimming until I stop, and that's like hour and a half. I'm just swimming, non-stop. So in that amount of time, the thought of being away from the PC, not being able to respond to a client, sometimes it took too much toll on me, I guess. And the whole notion of being able to get that message at any time, yeah, it was too good to pass it by, right? So
yeah,
I got one.
This is weird. I'm telling you, man. Texturing my teeth and not... Like, people say, oh, you don't have reference on your teeth. Yeah. Because they're my teeth. I don't have reference. It's my own mouth. It's awkward. But it's actually not reference at all. It's a direct scan from the dentist, so... I guess the only reference I'm using for this is looking at the gums online. That's about it. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. People are gonna complain too. Oh, how come you bought a expensive computer, man? Like, dude. So funny. Worry too much. Too much worry, man. People gotta stop worrying. Alright.
What people need to stop doing for real, because I wouldn't like, I'm not in a position or anyone to say about things how it needs to be done, and as such. But
no, it's just like observing. It's observing the internet as well.
One thing that really I'll just say it's not me, probably that would be more correct way to say it, is that people are too much overthinking stuff. Because if anyone is overthinking stuff, that's me, man. There is no one on... I wouldn't be that naive to say on this planet, or arrogant, but I was overthinking stuff, like crazily amount of overthinking, right? But if I was thinking how much time would I need to do something, or whether it was worth it or not to start 3D, I would have pretty much been nowhere today. What I'm trying to say is that there are people who like to do something, but they think this or that will prevent them, but this will happen, that will happen. If I was thinking what will happen and what needs to happen and how it needs to happen, I would have never started it, and I would have been nowhere today. I'm like, just do it, man. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Do what you love. If you wanna do that, do that. Like Michael Jordan says in the Last Dance, that the show it was. He says, if you wanna play the game in a certain way, play it, but don't ask to win, because with the way that you're playing, you cannot win. And in order to win, you have to do some things. Because I have heard people saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they don't want to put the hours of the work. And I cannot make sense of that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Everything is bad, everything is wrong, nothing is working, and so on and so on. But then, if you want to try and if you have to do something in order for that to change, you have to do work, like very hard work, long hours, and nothing else. Nothing else.
I set an example that day when I was streaming that long.
Maybe what I'm saying right now doesn't make sense because I want to say too many things, and I don't have the vocabulary right now, and not even the thoughts of mine are not in that place because I'm trying too hard to focus on this stuff.
No, it's not. It's really at the end of the day, it really comes to what you are trying to achieve.
I have done fair share of models and fair share of projects. If I did not have made anything and I knew that there is some potential in doing this, oh man, I won't be stopping it until I do something.
Hey.
I won't be able to play games, right?
Oh, 3D, thank you for following. Yeah.
Who? What? Someone followed? What? What happened?
Someone followed me.
Where? Oh, on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I set an example that day when people like, oh, how can you stream for 7 hours? And like, dude, who else is gonna fucking do it? You gonna do it? No. That's why I find it so fascinating making a digital replica of myself one day, so I never ever have to do the work. Cause just like, yeah, all right, get me a drink. I'm done with life. You go do the 3D. Life is not like that, Hey man, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Why I cannot see anyone, or he's actually on your stream alone?
I think he's on my one.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it's not really about. It's not really about how much quality or how much work is in it. It's about how, I don't know. I can't really explain it properly. But from what I know and what I've learned over the years, when it comes to networking with people, it's not really about who you know. People say, oh, it's about who you know.
It's never about who you know.
Yeah, but it's never about who you know. It's about, is your work good enough so I can show you? That's it. You only need one good piece. For me, I try to make I try to make a lot of stuff in my portfolio, and I'm actually updating it as I go. So conversations are a bit, a bit more. It's more relevant. Some of the conversations. So I try to, try to make it relevant. So. When I talk to somebody or whatever, it's just easier to understand. Okay, I need to remove this rubber. Okay. I need to remove this, I think. I'm trying to make cavities, not cavity map, cavity, what you call it, cavity in the teeth. Maybe I just make the dirt mask from scratch. How about that? Okay.
What kind of diversity? I'm making a car, you're making a character. But we're both doing 3D. But entirely different stuff.
Where's my wife? Is she...
Live streaming for everyone.
Cool, she's at the hospital. I like it when she's at the hospital. No, I actually love it when she's with me, but when I'm working, I don't. It's so selfish, but when it's like me going to the hospital and bothering her, like, you know, I'm working too. I'm doing my shit too, you know. And I like it when she has these schedules. You know, the afternoon, oh, it's so good. So good. Wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, have a little bit of lunch, drive her to the hospital, I'll go back home, start my day, do my meetings, you know. Sometimes she doesn't call me, you know, I'll call her on her break, whatever. But around 9 o'clock, time to switch off, you know, it's good. But the problem is I can't really share that with the world because we got a shitty time zone. So that's why I never stream much. But I am at the desk.
It's interesting.
That's for sure.
It's interesting how you are looking at things, because you see, you just said you cannot. It's shitty time zone. You cannot share it with the world. It's funny because it's exactly
because it's dark.
It's exactly the opposite with what I feel, and it has been one of the obstacles since always that I had about this thing. Because I would have probably streamed long time ago, but other than my anxiety in front of camera, I also thought that my English is probably not good enough for people to watch it. And especially because if anyone actually watches anything related to the language and so on, they would rather watch people from UK, from US, you know, English native speakers. So it's more understandable, more easier to really follow and all that. So in what I'm trying to say is that in my mind, the world is America, like not the entirety of it, but you know, every country in the world is speaking English. So what's the what are the biggest places on earth where English is spoken? It's in US and it's in UK, I guess. So while UK it's enough, I mean the larger portion would be US, and in that sense the world, as you put it, for me would be US. That's why I said it how I said it. And why I said it's interesting because
you need to stop getting shy.
Yeah, you're having.
That's what you need to do.
You are having the exact opposite of that. You just said that you cannot share it with the world.
I'm confident. I'm confident, but I fucking hate the world because I can't be viewed. But you know what? If you're streaming in New Zealand, it's actually apparently it's a little bit better. So in New Zealand right now, oh actually no, it's worse in New Zealand. Actually, because right now in New Zealand it's probably 11:30 p.m. Right now it's no, not 11:30. 9, 10, 11, 12:30. It's 12:30 right now. So imagine trying to stream in New Zealand with all of everything. That's crazy, you know. Like all you need to do is have just a little bit of flexibility with the time. You know, time zones are the best, but you know, trying to manage that. Oh my god, damn. Alright, I think I got the dirt mask good for the gums. I'm ready to paint now.
Anyone on the stream still?
Okay.
I'm just curious if anyone is watching.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, people. It's good, people to see. Okay. Alrighty. So where's that dirt coming from? Okay. So we got a white mask. White mask or black mask? White mask.
Green mask.
How are you with painting? Do you like substance painter, man?
Hey Vlatko. How I'm with painter?
Oh wait, yeah, he's the one that's followed me. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, Vlatko.
Hey, man.
Vlatko is amazing guy. Doing 3D as well. Like I don't know if he finished though. Did not remember that. In the same academy where I was almost 10 years ago, and apparently that academy also got like #1 school on the rookies. He's doing cars as well. Yeah, and I plan on him to join me in a studio if work commences there, but it's the studio, I would have said Claudio, Kelvin. Sorry, it's the studio, it's about the work that I told you earlier that the client hasn't wrote, that the offer was too good to be true.
Guy.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'll have tremendous quantity of work to be done, but yeah, I mean, they haven't written yet, and if anything comes to, you know, fruition of it, I'll need help, and if there is anyone that I would take with me to work on those cars, would be Vlatko for now. So he's a very nice guy.
Mostly retopo or just
no, actually full modeling from scratch, everything. The whole car.
Fuck. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if I could get a job.
Yeah, it will be the
I
whole...
was like, oh fuck, nope.
It
But
will be
props, you want me to make some procedural shit, and I can do that.
Yeah. It will be the whole the whole car from scratch and all that, but yeah, they haven't written yet, so...
Okay.
And I just couldn't wait. I mean, like, I want to be involved, right? I want to, not necessarily they don't have to tell me everything and so on, but since they wrote to me and we had a lengthy discussion, quite serious discussion as well, at least it would be good, you know, at least to tell me how the situation is progressing, right? So I wrote them yesterday to ask about whether there is new information about it or not. And they just said that, you know, well, things are going, you know, it's difficult to do this and that, and so on, but...
I love those words, man.
Yeah, but...
Oh, we love your work, but we're just not sure
Yeah.
entirely about the direction.
Pretty much like that. Pretty much like that. So, I was like...
Well, be sure.
Okay. I was like, okay.
But
I can understand that, you know, it's completely fine if nothing is set in stone yet, but maybe, you know, I also had true expectation that something will really happen, but like I told you, it was too good to be true. So
I have zero expectations. That's what I have.
how on earth did this got like, oh my.
Zero expectations.
Yep.
That's what I have. Take it or leave it. That's not bad. What are you working on? Who? Me or Mr. Car Professional here? I'm not saying that sarcastically. I really mean that it's fucking crazy what you do. So
Thanks, Calvin.
you are pretty pro at what you do. So yeah.
I
Because
mean,
me, I'm just working on basic teeth. Nothing interesting here. Just some texture work. This guy, he's making a Formula 1 car for Gran Turismo.
no.
That's it.
Both, yeah.
Holy funny, here we go.
This is it, Vodka. Look at this. So it's this block at the end here of the car. I need to make that. I have some rough 3D scan of it. Where is it? Yep, there it is. So I'm trying to make sense of that. This is what I have. This is what I can see. Maybe I should make a video about this and it will bring me viewers, I'm sure. So this is what I have from a 3D scan. This is what I can see, and this is what I've done so far. So I'm trying to get the details of it step by step, polygon by polygon, to make it work. Everything to be connected, almost waterproof and printable, but also to make sense. It's not gonna be entirely, you know, far from it. How it needs to be properly, how it for real is this shape. But if I can get close to it, I'll be happy. And Kelvin, on the other hand, he's doing his own teeth. Believe it or not, Vlatko. He's making his own teeth. Yeah, it's crazy. He's making his own teeth. Teeth or teats. I don't know how to pronounce it, but sure I do know that one time it got me in very strange conversation with a female client. She says to me, Dushko, I need to go to put implants on my teeth. And by implants and teeth, I heard, like, you know, boobies. So I told her, you don't have to do that. I mean, I was joking. I'm not in a position to say whether she does or she doesn't need it or whatsoever. I was just joking and saying, well, I think you look very fine. I wouldn't say you have any need for that. And she came back saying, oh, you silly, no, I was referring to my teeth, you know. It was hilarious. Actually, I just wrote her yesterday because she has been away for like 3 years, and the project I have with her on Upwork still hasn't been closed. I hate very much when people don't do that, don't close the projects. So I went yesterday and closed around 7 projects that I had, you know, left on.
The teeth.
Yeah.
The teeth. Dude, I don't know if it needs more brown. You know what I really don't like? I have to like look at my own teeth now. I have to look in the mirror. Okay.
Vlatko, I saw you the other day with Luca being on the Discord channel, but I really couldn't join you guys. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes wherever you want, whenever you want.
It's too dark. The texture is too dark. It needs to be like.
Want a place to hang out? Feel free to join anytime.
Maybe 50%. Honestly, I don't know. I'm also trying to prepare this asset for the perceivable future as well, for Unreal. Maybe there's going to be an option where you can get your base mesh teeth and then replace it with the asset. And then it automatically goes into the skull, so you don't have to rig it. That. And then we'll be able to have Meta Calvin smiling in real time. That would be crazy. Too yellow? Oh no. Maybe it's not brown, I need to use a different color thing. It's not like... To do like... Oh, I was freaking out the other day because I was like, my license, you know, my license for substance expired. You know what I did, man?
What?
Because you know my wife, she's a nurse, right? And then she studied her master's. So, I got 4 years of free substance.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I made an account. Yeah, I made an account. I made an account for her, and I put her, like, while she was sleeping. The way that I do this, it's like a Mission Impossible, like, scenario.
You even play the song in the background, right?
yeah. Like, while she was sleeping, I went into the room and then, like, went into the filing cabinet with a fucking flashlight and shit. Because we got the hue lights, right? So
yeah.
Like if I like turn on the smart lights, there's a zone that turns multiple lights on for that one room, and then one of the rooms is connected to the area that she's sleeping. So like if I go in there and turn the light on, I'm gonna wake her up because those lights are good. So I was like, I left everything dark. It was like fucking Splinter Cell style. You know, I was dressed in black. It was like
Splinter
crazy.
Cell
And then like I
style.
went through the filing cabinet, get her master degree, fucking took that to the office, scanned it, took it back, got a digital, put it on my Google Drive, submitted it to Adobe, right? And then I got like fucking 4 years because she was studying at one of the schools that that works directly with Adobe apparently, and then that school specifically gets a little bit more extra years apparently if you have this.
That's cool.
So I did that, and that finally expired yesterday. And then I got a few redemption codes because like of my my computer. I bought some computer gear. It's like, oh, if you do this, you get a free month. You get 3 months. It's crazy because the only time I actually buy my substance is when I'm doing a client work. Portfolio, I try to do it as free as possible, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that material store that I did the other, what was it? For Flip Normal and everything. That was nuts because I spent $300 for that 1 year, and holy shit. Like, I said to her, like, this one cannot be free because this is commercial. It's going to be in the metadata when I put the file in. So I want to make sure this is going to sell 100%. And then she was like, okay, you better, because otherwise she might get in trouble. I'm like, yeah. So this is how much time I'm going to spend. It's going to really, really suck. But I'm going to start saying no a lot to you. Unless I want to take a day off and then run away with you for a little bit. But I got to make sure I use those days. Because those days count.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
not the free ones. But no problem me sneaking into the filing cabinet with a flashlight 3 a.m. getting the certificate,
It's good that I came across, actually a friend of mine came across licenses for Autodesk or Adobe, whatever.
Oh yeah, by the way, I did the same with Adobe, with Maya.
You get them for very free,
so
like
I can do modeling for free.
$3.
It's really good.
$3 for 3 years, like something like that, and for the whole package you get everything.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So
it's still a little too yellow. It's
I
like
plan
I
on getting them
freshly
all.
drank coffee. Needs to be too. Yeah, but that's it. And then the same goes from since I was a student. Same goes from when I was a student. Like I never, not that I don't support it, but there's purpose for me as a freelance to do it. I think I only bought in the history of purchase licenses, and this is not me using crack or nothing. This is doing it the legit way. The whole entire time when I was in school, through Maya, through Substance, like I went through the whole entire thing when it was still algorithmic, and this was before Maya also changed their rules as well. Like you could just like have it infinitely. I think I had Maya for almost 7 years for free. It's fucking crazy. And that was just me building my folio, doing the shit out of that. I didn't spend a dime. And people were like, oh, how could you spend it? It's so expensive. Like, well, I use my student license. Yeah, but you're not at school. So? And then they're like, maybe I should do that too. Yeah, actually, Cal, you're pretty awesome. Thanks for letting me know, because I thought I had to spend $3,000, And so a few of my friends and whatever, we did that. And some of them missed out on that little window. So it was like almost 7-8 years of just, free. The only time I actually spent on my Maya license was like maybe it was the indie version too. It wasn't the full one. That was like $600 twice. So altogether $1,200. And then Substance Suite was 300 plus recently, and then maybe $400 or $500 on that previously when it wasn't free and I was doing my freelance work. But just under $4,000 or $5,000 I spent on commercial license. Most of it free. I'll try to find a way. I'll go buy some cool tech or something. I'll look out for the Asus ROG products, because they always say, oh, if you get this graphics card, if you get this thing, you get free 7 months or something. And so I just do that, upgrade my software, look out for the promo codes, and use my folio. I'm emailing on my wife's behalf, actually. Basically, like, talking to Adobe and saying that, we're still using this, blah blah blah, and then they're gonna like validate it and they're gonna get back to me soon with a result. And I'm pretty sure, like, by what I'm hearing, I'm gonna be able to get another 4 years. So, but yeah, how's that? That's what you gotta do, man. That's why people say it's too expensive, because they're not looking into that situation. I think there's a lot of support out there for the 3D community. You just have to look for it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if anyone, like, if any community is supportive, it would be 3D.
You can even like sign up to the beta programs, for Substance, and then just have beta software, and then just do the testing, do the feedback, and they just give you free licenses. That's another thing that I do. Like, I've got some NDAs and everything that are for Adobe, and I do testing for things, and it's good. You do the testing, you do your workflow, and you see if it works, and then evaluate it, and that's it. Done. Okay, that's a little better. I think that's a little better. Okay, let me look at my reference. It's alright.
I'll be right back. I need to make myself a coffee.
Yeah, go for it, man. Coffee. Oops.
Slow start to the day. Woke up 20 minutes trying to start working. That's better. None. Scattering. Ugh. Damn. Hmm. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm alright. Tired.
Yeah. Ready to cuddle up?
Maybe you prepare your breakfast tomorrow when you go to work. It's definitely.
The hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What the hell?
No, we can go groceries if you want, so we can have egg.
You just want to
I
go?
think we don't have egg.
Yeah. Do you want to go together, or do you want to do the Uber Eats one? Cause it.
No. Oh, do you have the Uber in there?
Yeah, I have it. Oh yeah.
Well, do it now before it gets late because the Uber grocery is closing at 11.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Coles?
We'll just buy some meat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Coles? 7 minutes until closing. Order quickly. What the fuck is that gonna be? Just smash that shit out in fucking like 7 minutes flat. No way.
No. What?
It says
What are you
seven.
talking about?
The Coles. It's like 7 minutes until closing. Order quickly to consider another option. Earliest arrival is 10 p.m. Wait, what?
No, it's now of course they won't be able to do that one because they're still gonna wait for the driver to pick up the order, and then the driver has to drive.
Oh,
When
okay.
they drive in there, it's ready. So don't worry about it.
All right.
What time Caroline's Street close?
Let's have a look. Oh, it's closed. Fuck. All right. Should I just get a pizza? Should I just get a pizza? Should I just go to pizza and we go straight after work? Maybe. Are you hungry? Cause I was just eating the makeshift menudo from earlier.
Did you finish all the rice?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Well, I'm not working tomorrow, so I don't mind eating something. But just buy a small one.
Okay.
I had vegetable earlier.
All right. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Nice. I don't know. Let's see. I'm back. I'm back to no one. No one is watching. I'm really sad sometimes when, I'm giving the thought of the fact not many people are watching, I'm questioning whether I'm speaking fluently or not, whether my thoughts are understandable or not, and things like that. But anyway, like I've said many times, I'm doing this, man, because it kind of pushes me to make this work, right? Because otherwise, I don't know, it's not that I wouldn't make it still, but I wouldn't say with the same detailing or intensity, whatever. So are you there? Is anyone there? Is my... Oh, something on my end is not working well. Where is the media? Why it's closed though? I need music. Oh, I played the videos previously, so that's why you guys did not heard any music from my end. Not that you should, but I wanted to play this, so... I'm here, says Vlatko. Vlatko, I'm glad you are, man. Are you working on something lately? What's going on? Any new cars you're making? New projects maybe? Veer, a guy here on the stream that came a few days ago, followed me on Instagram, and I was like, why I'm not following anyone else? Maybe I should work a bit more on the page. So I decided to give back to everyone and return the follow and all that. So I started following people, and sure enough, I came to your profile as well. Followed you. Haven't found Luca though. But yeah, I'm planning on registering a studio and to start to try and find much bigger clients. Occasion arises, I'll be looking for some outsourcing or people that would need to help me with works. And if that happens, I mean, I'm gonna pursue those things obviously. So when that moment comes, I don't want to rely too much on clients. I want to take the matters in my own hand. So what I'm trying to say is that at some point I might come with offer for you guys if you want to collaborate on some stuff. About the details, we can easily arrange all that because I mean I'm working like that, and there is enough for everyone. So yeah, but first I want to finish this car. First I just really want to finish this car. It's taking some time. These details are killing me. Like, look how many details it has, and I want to make them all. So yeah, I'll try to connect all this so to make sense, and I'll try to speed up the process. Oh, Kelvin, you're there. For a second I thought you were gone.
Oh yeah, no, I was just on the phone. We're gonna get a pizza.
How to approach this? How to approach this? Luca doesn't have a profile right now.
$100 for pizza, huh? Ooh, delicious. Chocolate cake. What? Barbecue cheeseburger.
Okay guys, wish me luck. I'm gonna go with this like I mean, what I wanted to say is that I have full hands work here to readjust all these panels right now. But if anything, why I'm doing this will give me much bigger control right now in what I'm after. And later on, and I have to think about that as well, I have much bigger control obviously for doing beveling and whatnot. So better to do this work right now rather than later on. And while doing so, I'll be cleaning up the model itself, so nothing is wasted in that sense.
Oh, I just saw my chat, Flecto. Actually, yeah, I'm an environment prop artist. Sorry, you must have wrote that when I was away. Oh, that's what I want. Dude, have you ever tried Hawaiian pizza with
Myself?
anchovies? Oh my god, yeah.
No, never.
Damn. You gotta try it, man. It's like another planet. It's like you will discover something.
We here in Macedonia have
Just
pretty
try
damn
it.
good pizzas, so but are also different from
Just
those
try
in
it.
Italy.
Just break the rule.
How they are?
Don't worry about the menu.
What?
Get the Hawaiian pizza and then say, hey, can you put anchovy on it? And just try it. Don't question it.
Yeah. We do the
Like
same.
saying, okay, I gotta question my civilization. Should I go to Mars? No, just try the pizza, dude. It's like sweet and salty and cheesy.
All together.
And, I don't know, your emotions. You're gonna feel crazy, and then you have like a, you know, it's nuts, man. Or tandoori pizza. Deal, $49. Okay, let's have a look. Done. Solid. Hawaiian for me. I got a dine-inch. Hawaiian with anchovies. Let's go. The fuck is it? There it is. So good. Okay, that's done. I'll get the pizza from my wife. What's she getting?
Somehow, and I don't know how, these get twisted a lot. Maybe I'm dragging things that I'm not really supposed to from the back. That's why I'm gonna switch to my mouse instead.
I already got a Coke in the freezer. That's good. Wait, I think I'm solid gold. That's it. No. Yeah, boy.
Let me save the work here.
Hawaiian.
Oh, by the way, guys, wanted to show you something I've made from this morning that I've rendered. So, why these are not working? What happened with my monitor?
There's I don't. You know what? I really don't understand how it works, but there is actually a new graphics driver you need to install. My computer monitor went weird too earlier today.
Look at this, Calvin.
So
Just in a moment.
yeah.
Just in a moment. I want to make this like transition. So, made this.
Oh, did you make the helicopter too?
Yeah, the helicopter, it's on my portfolio, but here I made some animation. So it rotates those propellers, and from here, from this angle. So it's showcased like that, and then the full sequences. And now I made this to showcase the vehicle.
Yeah.
All that, and as it comes, oh, what happened there? Ah, okay, it was just slow. Okay, so as it comes to this point, suddenly, what I'll have is I'll just actually I needed to leave a few more frames in here, I assume, so it will. You see? And it just continues.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So now,
Yeah.
I wanted to make like a showcase of, guys, this is what I'm trying to make. So like I have the car and all that, and then whoops, this is what left out, and showcasing of the 3D scanned material that I'm currently working on. So for visuals, I think it's gonna look very nice. I'm trying really just to bring more like into social media to create awareness of my brand, you know. Not necessarily a brand, but I would really like if the whole Twitch thing, you know, takes off, and there are more people into it. I mean, my channel.
I might I think over the weekend, if you want. Do you want? I might do a special video where I look at my old Twitch videos and I critique the shit out of me. I'm just gonna be a video of that, just trash talking myself. It's gonna be so funny.
Yeah, sure, man.
That's
Why
all I'm
not?
gonna
I
do.
mean, if you need any support,
You should see my old models, man. They don't look like this now. They're horrible. So I'm gonna go onto those clips that I've added, and that's gonna be really funny over the weekend. I'm gonna try to make a video and then post it on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so funny.
No, sure, yeah. If I can, if I'm here on weekends, I'll definitely jump on it. Just to answer
Now
Vlatko.
I know that you're not an expert with teeth either, but
Yeah. No, I'm not.
what do you have to say about my current teeth pass at the moment?
I'll go back to it just in a moment. Just to say to Vlatko that this is made with V-Ray in Maya. In regards to your teeth, Calvin, I had operation made.
Let me go back to the render.
I had operation as a kid. I don't know what you refer to by saying impasse, but on the first two teeth here, like the keys, I don't know how they're called, like the rabbit's teeth. In between, I had to make some kind of. They had to make surgery because they were a bit separated, like on that Brazilian Ronaldo. You would know if you watch football or anything. So, like from technical, I don't know how to say anything in that kind of world about teeth and all that. Apart that, nothing else has I've made, so I wouldn't have any clue.
And this is the part where Nimlot would come in, but you know, this purpose of what I'm currently doing has nothing to do with game at all. This is a case study that I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna spoil it. I will not spoil my secrets, but yeah, we're not doing any games for this project. Just needs to be mildly, almost okay, accurate. That's it.
Yeah, someone in this mess would be lost. I'm not saying who, but I'm lost too. So I am lost. But
maybe just need a little bit of it doesn't need to be like white. It's not supposed to be white. It's supposed to be just like a tooth color white. Tone it down a little bit, not somewhere there. Yeah, my wife's on her way. And I was like, hon, I gotta wrap up. I am gonna wrap up soon, guys. Whoever's watching. And but honestly, she was like, oh, why can't you stay on the phone? Yeah, because like every time I talk to you, I'm not blaming you or anything. Because every time I talk to somebody that's non-3D and they're just talking to me, and I fuck up my files, like it's nuts, bro. So.
Be mindful of that.
You know, so I try to be a little bit disciplined, like, oh, fine. She got upset. Oh, fine. I'm like, I'll call you back. Just the faster I get off the phone, the better. Like, so I'm pretty happy with my teeth, man. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I got a pass on this. From someone at Sony. They're like, oh, you know, these teeth look really great, but I'll improve in these areas. But, you know, it's probably a character artist or something like that. But, you know, this is not for a character. It's not supposed to be like that. But I took the feedback. I did a little bit of it, but I didn't go like, oh, I'm gonna spend 8 hours doing texture. Like, no, I'm just gonna do one pass. That's it. And if I think that I need to improve it, I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Which is good. So, yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at with my teeth at the moment and the gums. Just doing a little, you know, just adding a bit of noise definition so it makes sense.
Much of the things we do probably don't make sense to anyone, but it's not the point about that. I would say it's more about what drives us, right? So you have an idea, you have a vision, you have something that you want to achieve, which is creating yourself in meta reality.
Do you guys ever name
And
organized substance layers? Even
someone will
No, I
appreciate
don't
that.
really. No, not really. Unless it's for. I mean, if you feel like you need to, then whatever.
It depends. In my
if
case,
you get super crazy with your layers, I think so. But for me, what I do is like sometimes it's folder 1, 2, 3. But you know, if I'm gonna put it in a folder, right, and it's gonna belong in that folder, and it's only for that reason, I just name the main folder. That's it. You know. And speaking of which, I probably should name this one. This is yeah. So in this case, there's a dirt pass in here. I'll just call it dirt cavity. And that's it, done. And then everything else is just like a mask. That's all. However, if you are planning to make a smart material for either yourself or a studio or like marketplace or just in general, you want to go back to that smart material and then adjust it and then tweak it as you work, it's probably a good idea. And then color label it too. And lock the folders that don't need to be, you know, changed. But regular pipeline, you just need the texture. And you're probably going to save the project file anyway, so you can probably name it whenever you like. Once the asset's done, you don't really need to worry about it. You know, movie, I think you need to worry about it a lot. There's a lot of reusable situation where you need to like go back to the substance file. But again, once the texture is done, you know, and then that texture like lives on the server, all the other artists are just gonna like grab that texture and then put it into a new substance file and then remake a new masked version of whatever that is, which would be like an enhanced thingy or additional dirt pass, and then yeah. Because by the time that you leave the studio or someone else takes your place or whatever the fuck, no one's gonna know. Because they're gonna take your spot, so. That's my take on that. I also need to go soon too, shit. Export. I'm pretty happy. Let's see. Just continuing to be slow. My PC. Not bad. Yeah, I think we're good. I might head off, guys. That's it. I am out. I need that pizza. I'm hungry, and
Bon appetit.
I think that this work shows me being, you know, me starving myself these past couple of days. So, yeah, I might hop on tomorrow with you. So tomorrow night. You know, after I finish my shift, I'm just gonna come back on Twitch.
Take care, Calvin.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be in the chats, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the chats. I'm gonna see you in the chats, and then, yeah. Hopefully you get to Texture Land really soon. Alright, later, Vladko.
Bye, Calvin. Have a nice day, man.
Make sure to share the love with all your 3D friends. I need motivation to come back onto Twitch. Alright, I'll see you guys.
I hope I'll be that
Thanks
motivation. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, peace, man.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's guys Calvin. He is a tremendous artist when it comes to environments. The first time he has made, I came against his work. He actually, I think what I wanted to say is that the piece that he showed me, actually I thought was actual photo of an environment. It was damn amazing, the details and everything. Right now he's working on himself. He's trying to make a meta version of himself. So do make sure to check his profile, his portfolio and all that. To answer to Willem, I hope that I pronounced your name correctly. The end goal of this, and sure, yeah, you can ask. I do encourage people to ask, actually, to interact. So The end goal of this is to visualize this vehicle in details of how this vehicle would have been after a race. This vehicle on which I'm working on right now, it's inspired by a vehicle that's been already raced on Le Mans races, 24 hours endurance of Le Mans. So I already made one vehicle like this for a client. It was a commission work where I had to make it, you know, in the details of how the car was, in what, you know, a stature it was. As soon as the race has finished, that car is part of a car collector's museum. So with that project being done and me not being able to share that work on my portfolio because due to NDAs and all those things that you have to sign with clients, you know, I decided that I would like to make that car for my own purposes, for myself. So the end goal is just to really have it on my portfolio and with the you know, most possible details that I can come up with given the resources I have of this car from the time when I've worked on this car, which is the 3D scan and so on and so on. So yeah, but it's not for a game or anything. It's not for a movie of a kind, anything like that. None of that, except it can be, because the geometry I'm working on right now, the way I approach things is I always have in the back of my mind the standards up to which I had to deliver cars when working on AAA in a AAA studio. So obviously I'm mindful of all that and not trying to you know, just throw geometry all around, but to have it this ready to be optimized and all well. There's so many details in here that I mean, it's hard to get them all proper. Nice to hear that, man. Let me show you actually the car that this is inspired by. So this is some of the work that has been already done. Here you can see some details on the dashboard, assets, the pedal, the gear lever here. I mean, details like that. Inscriptions and everything on the vehicle, everything how it needs to be, according some details that we have, that I have gathered. Now, if you miss a gear, we'll miss Le Mans. Some note, but the chassis, for example, it's far from finished. In its design overall, it is finished, but once I make the whole structure that the engine is at the back, because the front suspension, the details of the car basically on the front are done. Do I have some shots of that here? I don't think I have. Like, there is the, you know, that and everything. So I mean, like, good portion of the car is finished. So what will remain once I have the engine will be the chassis. Now, for example, this whole portion of the car here, all of this is done as well. So there's the body, cockpit on the inside. Do I have the hood here? Yep, so there is all the details. Come on, get out of the way. So we have all of that. The racing seat, which was a whole remake of what I previously had. You see pedals and everything is made according that AAA standard I mentioned, except I add a few more details. For example, working on those kind of cars, you would have to be mindful of these shapes here. So you would delete all the polygons that are not seen by the camera, so to save on geometry. But I'm not that mindful of that much, so I'm doing it entirely like a full asset, so I can take it on a side and say this is a full completed asset, even if someone wants to buy it, that it's complete with UV map and everything. For example, I can go on and show that in a moment. So there's the UV map all automatically stretched out, so they're all uniformed when it comes to the textile density, although I could spare more space on some parts. The steering wheel also, there are two different materials to it, so they overlap, but they're not really overlapping. There are two different materials to it, and for every single piece that there is, pretty much that's the way I approach things. Now in this case, because I wanted to have a good clarity and quality of the leather materials that are on the racing seat, I have used as much as 6 UDIMs here. So it's gonna take a bit more resources from the GPU or whatever when I'm gonna be rendering this, or especially if this has to be put in I don't know, website or something like that, so to be visualized in 360 AR, VR, whatever. It's not gonna be really that well, because it has 6 UDIMs, of course, and each of them has it's carrying a 4K texture of this seat. And in this case, you can also notice the approach a bit different that I had in regards to what I did with the pedals, because the pedals are not gonna be seen that closely, right? They're like beneath the racing seat, the steering wheel, and you're not gonna be that deep, you know, to really tell the difference about either about texture or anything like that. It's just a metal piece. But when it came to the racing seat itself, I wanted it to have like good quality, like, because the camera will be showing like this, you know, up here, up close. So I say all this because these two pieces behind, I made them with on a separate material with as much geometry, UV map I could spare for them, so to achieve better quality of the metal that will be put there, as well as with the rest of the racing seat. So it's obviously as good as it can be for visualization. So we have these assets here. This is something I'm also quite happy with, how it you know, materialized in the end. It's all well, you know, polished with quad topology. properly, but there is, yeah, obviously more than sufficient amount of geometry to it. Probably there would be, these bolts would have been used only with texture, but I went and did them with actual geometry. Yeah, there it is. So this loaded. Now they are a bit blurry because of how Maya works. Usually I will have to reload the maps, so these are quite clear. So yeah, you know, they are that it goes to say the texture will be much better once it's reloaded. I'm sure you can see some of that work down my YouTube channel or Instagram page. I'm going on social medias everywhere around the same around with the same name, which is Abramovsky 3D. So yeah, you can find some works of this being done there. And yeah, Willem, thank you very much for the subscribe on YouTube. And glad to have you here, considering you are a fellow Porsche fan. Speaking of that, what I can mention else about it is I also do sim racing, or at least I've done very much in the past. Right now I'm not into it too much because I don't have much time. Obviously, I'm working on this. So, but yeah, I kind of miss it. If you do sim racing, that's the only way how I would probably go back to it. If I have some, like, you know, if we kind of we can race together, I would pretty much, I would want to go back and try it. I mean, I haven't done any sim racing in a while, but yeah, that's a different topic. Anyway, so I think I have explained more or less what I'm doing here. If you have any question, feel free to ask, man. I'm welcoming conversation, obviously. So yeah, that's that. Well, yes, I do, but I'm not sure how I will approach these things because, yeah, the model has a lot of parts. So, considering I also have in the pipeline the McLaren MP44 I am building, so I have to do quite a lot of things that I want to achieve as 3D model, and to focus only on 3D modeling for now. So. Although I would like to animate it, to make animation out of this, I'm not sure how much time I would be able to, spend on doing that. Here's something I've done like almost 3 years ago. So this is the front suspension of a McLaren MP44, and that model it's also like halfway made. I already have the whole structure of it. the cockpit and whatnot, you name it, but it needs complete finish. So once I make this car, I have very strong intentions on completing this here that I'm showing you right now, with the full livery and all that of McLaren and the variations they had throughout the years on how the car was developed throughout the season. As you know, they're developing the cars, right? So yeah, I want to do that, and I will need time for that. Also, I have to be mindful of clients, so because I do work on a lot of projects, so I'm not sure how much time I will have. Depending on that, I will animate the vehicle thoroughly, or I just maybe I'll leave it. I will see how it goes. I'm still far off that point. First, I want to see how much time will take me for, completion of all this. I have the majority of the engine already made, which is what you can see here. This, this will be flipped. This will be flipped. This still needs some rework. Substantial work needs to be done on it still. These parts need to be finished. I need to close the bottom section here, which I have no clue how it looks. So there is still some work to be done on the central part of the car that comes around here. Then I need to work on the rear section, that is this one, the rear suspension and the diffuser. And once that is done, I have to dive into adjusting that with the chassis itself that I have, and then to make the livery. It sounds like much. I feel already like I'm talking too much about it, let alone do it. So I meant to say, I feel like there is a lot to talk. There is a lot that can be talked about this work, because there is a lot of things that needs to be done. So yeah. Everything in due time, it will be made. I just need to take one thing at a time. I would love that too. If you're up to it, we can do something for sure. You can tell me at least how to approach it, and I can do it on my end, and pay tributes to whoever it needs to when it comes to, the whole collaboration. So far, I haven't animated any cars. I've seen how they can be done in Unreal Engine, but yeah, I'm still not that up at that point where I'll be animating this. But yeah, surely it will come, the moment. Here, I'll show you something else that I worked on, that I did recently. This is a piece of another car that I've done like a year and a half ago. This is something else. You can see more of these on my YouTube page, profile. Oh, considering you're already on YouTube and you have subscribed, I'm sure you can, or maybe you have already seen them. So you see here, I was still pretty much learning on how to approach the racing seats, belts, and I'm not very satisfied with how this looked at the time. So then I took it, and improved by doing these. You would see this is like much better quality when I'll say that myself for my own work, which is not something that I would do, but I'm really happy with how these came up. Let's share them like this here. So why it's lagging, yeah, you would see the details on the belts below and all that. So yeah, this is something else. And speaking of that, then I made this animation of the Ford. So that's so far the only animation I've done, man. That's what I wanted to say. I wouldn't know how to make more complex animations as if the car is driven or anything like that. And the quality today is that high that I would just rather go into some simulator and put my livery and just do it like that. But that's not the point, right? I want to showcase the 3D model, so that's not merely the same. Anyway, so I'm glad, man. I'm very glad. That Ford, I began working on it because I had to develop it for a client who owns that car and wanted to prepare that car to to produce some liveries for it. So I had to come in and create out of a coupe that he had. I don't know how to pronounce else the word coupe. So from coupe to sedan, and I did that. And later on, again, the project being finished and all that, I wanted to take that step further and develop it for myself, and how I would envision that up to my taste. So I did that vehicle, and right now this is another thing that's pretty much the same. Like, what you're seeing is from work that I've done before. Now just trying to make it all together differently. Now, why these things are not... Maybe I should have just used booleans and then cut through the geometry just like that, but it's like not broken, but separated on all these pieces everywhere. It's pretty much a mess, but I like to have it one step at a time, not rush it with nerves and just be lost what was where, you know. You did that in Unreal Engine. Yep, I did that with the Ford in Unreal Engine using path tracing. It took like 6 hours per angle. So what you've seen in the video, yeah, let's not go and show it again. I don't want to bother people with what I've done. And also I don't want to get away from what I have to do right now. What I wanted to say is that in that video that you've seen, there are like 6 different shots. Like, there is the first, there is the turntable, there is the coming up from the back, shooting into the inside of the car, then showing from the side, from the front, so the engine can be seen and all that. Each of that took like 6 hours of rendering with 5070 Ti GPU, and I had the sample the sample count at 1024, and the spatial was at 1, so it took like 5-6 hours per 500 of frames, which is not bad, and the quality, I liked it, so it was good. By the way, Willem, where are you from? And are you working something in the 3D industry? Vehicles, maybe specifically? Are you animator when it comes to vehicles? Because I'll tell you, I'm trying. I might need your services in future if we need to make animation about things. I would like to have a hand that I can count on when it comes to animations and vehicles. With GPU timeouts, I mean, if you referred to, you know, a certain sequence stopping then starting another one, yes, I had timeouts. The hour, it's 12 and 20, which means I'll be streaming only for next 10 minutes, and after that I'll be stopping for today. I used to stream Willem for like 8 hours a day, but pretty soon I realized that's not doable on long term. So I decided that I will have like 3-hour sessions every day, but not more than 3 hours, so I can do other stuff and not feel like burnouts, you know. So not necessarily like in 10 minutes, but all I want to say, guys, is that you have something else to do, and you know, respectfully for your time. And obviously, I mean, you're gonna watch whatever you like, but just that you're not gonna miss anything if you have something else to do, because regardless, in like 10 minutes I'm pretty much wrapping up for today. And yeah, I'll be streaming every day since I wanted to say from 9 o'clock a.m. Until 12 o'clock. So anyone who wants to hang out and discuss 3D racing, I'm all in ears for it. So I started DOP like 20 years ago, but started UI, what I'm saying, Unreal Engine since 5.0 was released, doing a lot of offshore animations work now, but cars in my free time from Netherlands. Awesome, man. Netherlands, amazing country. I remember the first time I went there, 2009. We went in Amsterdam, in Grasshopper. Obviously, I mean, we were going there as part of our university traveling around Europe. I'm from Macedonia, so they took us to Grasshopper, and they told us, you can do whatever you like, but don't take the things that you buy, don't take them outside. And some guys did, and all hell broke loose. Like within 5 minutes, there was police everywhere. It was scary as hell. I had some anxiety at the moment, like, hey, you know, they're gonna arrest us, this and that. Be careful what you're doing, and so on and so on. But yeah, it's crazy place. Like across the street, there were other people that were arrested because of that thing, not from our country or anything like that, but just people doing, you know, what they were doing. And yeah, I won't ever forget that. Like, I have a very vivid memory of that day. It's just, we're going outside. I'm trying that for the first time in my life. I have no clue where my head is at the moment. I'm thinking, I'm making all these funny stories, like cartoon characters appear in front of me and all that. Like some guy, it's probably working for, like, I don't know, some spying agency or whatnot. Like a taxi driver disguised as a taxi driver is what appeared to me. But of course, it was all made up in my mind as a result of what we took in Grasshopper. Anyway, it was hilarious. Yeah, I don't think I can put in words in English on how that day went. All I'll say is just truly a day I'll never forget. It's such a shame though that since then I haven't returned into Netherlands. But I'll definitely want to see that country once again in the future. I remember as a kid when some people would come as guests in our house. They would bring toys, and one time they brought a toy of those high towers, mills that are producing what they're producing actually, wheat, meat, I don't know what, you know, like energy or whatever. Mills for Jesus, I have 36 and I don't know what they are for exactly. Anyway, they were so distinguishable, like, oh, they're windmills that are located in Netherlands. It's the country that, you know, it's below the sea level, and I always had that special impression about Netherlands, like, oh, that country. It's not like any country, just, you know, unique for that. There is a song from a Serbian band, a very old known band from Serbia. They're singing about going in Netherlands, and that someone has stolen their bicycle. And literally the first thing that I saw when we entered when we passed the invisible border, crossing from Belgium to Netherlands, is I saw a bicycle actually, tied up next to a tree, and the rear wheel of that bicycle was missing. Someone has stolen it. I remember I just woke up, and that was the first thing I actually saw of Netherlands. It was hilarious as fuck, because we have this song about people stealing bikes in Netherlands, and that was the first thing I've seen. I was like, okay, I know where we are. I miss that time, 2009. Jesus, almost 20 years will pass. Time flies. Okay, going back to 3D, and enough of my stories. I wanted to ask what DOP is actually. Digital, what that would be? DOP. Because you said it and I did not ask, but went on. rambling about my experiences. Hey Gregs! What's up, fellow Arc Raider? Jesus, I'm playing that game so often. If I haven't played it that often, I would have probably finished this car by now. You can use bikes as a currency here. Oh my god, yeah. You quit playing Arc Raiders. I don't believe that. I saw you yesterday. I quit, nailed everything. I have everything too, but the experience you have, the interaction with people, it's everything for me. Haven't been on for 2 weeks. I don't know, someone cracked your account then, because I saw you yesterday. Gaming Rust. Okay, that's a game I never tried. Oh guys, you're making it difficult for me now to step away from the stream. Just when I thought to go and have breakfast, your guys showing up, and I don't want to leave you. Cameraman, I love cameras, Willem, I'll tell you that. Since I know about myself, what I love doing is filming, like with camera, taking shots, creating short videos, tributes and whatnot. Camera, I love that. Out of my love for camera, it's how I came into 3D. Apart the fact that I also wanted to learn design, but I kind of combined all that in my head, made that to work. Like, it made sense that I should pursue 3D, so I can implement, you know, 3D stuff, place them in a scene and make them like they are in real time over there. But yeah, work with camera and all that, it's another thing I really much love. Gregs, what's up, man? It's been a while. Are you streaming? Have you been streaming actually anything recently, or? Nothing. How's work going? No art, no streams. Why, man? No work anymore. Okay, that sounds like... You sound like you're down. I need you to lift up and start working on stuff. Never give up. Got replaced by some Ukrainian. It happens. It happens. Don't think too much of it. I'm sure they need work as well. Don't ever give up, man. Don't ever give up. If I was about to give up at the first adversity, I would have stopped by now, but I refuse to believe that someone else is better. Not that there aren't people that are better, certainly there are many of them, but I'll just, you know, continue working what I love doing, because I don't see any other point doing anything else, to be honest. Yeah, well, with the AI, it's that's how it is. I mean, just previously on the stream I've been showing, I don't know if I can show it right now, maybe I shouldn't because it's NDA, I'm under NDA with it, and the work is serious, so all I'm gonna show, it's one photo. Let me open it. So I've been working on this, like the development of the whole car here, of the whole design, and that was all. And then what transpired from that was this. So everything else was done obviously with AI. So I would say 3D modeling for now it's still very relevant, but the AI it's moving at such a pace that I'm not sure for how long, because yeah, I'm seeing crazy stuff. You know, it's not for us to bother with that. I mean, fundamentally, it's for us because we are the workers, so to speak. But I don't ever expect from those who are owning these studios to care about what if anything, we will have to work on. All they want is just cheaper results. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. We are on the same page, but you know, I kind of want to understand them because it's just natural. It's just natural, and I cannot let that define me, you know? I'm sure someone will, how to say this, will be in need of your services. And not only because I believe, but I do believe the market will need people to do stuff. Interestingly enough, I am just now at, when you say of all these layoffs and whatnot, that I got the most lucrative offer to work in a studio, but we'll see what happens. I always say, or at least think of, approach things with downplaying them, right? I think nothing will be made of a certain thing, so I don't have too high expectations, so I don't be, disappointed. So I say it's too good to be true for what they offered me, but yeah, I mean, this studio where I worked on this vehicle that I showed you previously, everything is done with AI. It's crazy. Since Corpo wants income, cost over reputation, quality, friend working in one studio, he and one more are only left out of 20. All code debugging and diagnostics that juniors did got laid off. Honestly, nobody wants to pay for my skills. Spoke to plenty past 3 months. What kind of experience did you had in regards to that? With whom did you spoke? And when you say your skills, what skills are you referring to? Be it the artwork that you do, or just 3D modeling in general, or 3D art in general? My skills are pretty much 3D modeling and 3D environment work. So, okay, well, and what, you want to tell me that there is no work for that? That everything got replaced by AI? Or that you're too expensive? If you are too expensive, there's no funding. Yeah, that's pretty much what this studio told me that I was supposed to work for by now. They said there is still no funding, so no idea what will happen. But whatever happens is, I mean, I know one thing, I won't stop working on this. So my work for those guys that gave me the vehicle came out of my work for the Ford I did and the others. So, and they apparently came across my Twitch. So they liked the 3D work I did with the cars, but it's just so unique. Speaking of the environments, you do this has to be something with done right with the reasoning I have about certain things, given the fact, what is an environment? It's an abstract thing. There is no rule to it. It's Mother Nature. Environment can be anything, literally anything. So by seeing the things like that, obviously there is game level design, this and that, but environments as an environment, it's something else entirely. It's not only that. It's not game level design, or that's rather different. What I'm trying to say is that environments can be very easily replaced by AI. Because let's say you have a car and you want to showcase that car being driven through a road, this and that. The cars are not made with AI for the simple fact that AI does not have yet the capability to showcase everything. Nothing on the car can flick for a certain frame, even for a frame. So what they do is they hire 3D artists like myself, like in that case, to make that clay model only of the 3D car. They didn't even need the UV mapping or the texturing like it would be used in the past. They're all doing it with the AI. So what they have is the clay 3D model vehicle. They use it as a placeholder, and then on that one they put textures using AI, whatnot. And the whole environment is done by AI, because no one will pay attention to the environment. So, I mean, it's crazy for real that, you know, what's going on and what's happening with the AI and all that. But I think it's not gonna be a bubble that will burst for sure, because AI is here to stay. And having said that, all I can see for the foreseeable future is AI just getting better, and that we must find a way on how to stay relevant above AI, so we can use AI to serve us rather than us to be, you know, swallowed by AI. How we will achieve that, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty damn afraid of that, I'll tell you. So that's probably why I do what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to stay relevant and do these crazy things that nobody else would try to do, at least to the details I'm trying to do. I don't know. Maybe someone will say, okay, well, you can make all of that with AI very fast and spare all the hours. I think Willem asked me previously how much time did it took me to make this car. If I'm not mistaken, he has written such comment. I'm just gonna try and look it up. But if that's what I think, it's still valid, and he did ask that. I've been working on this car since July, with going back and forth. So it's a lot. Now let me read Greg's again. Poland rose minimal wages. On that, here in Macedonia, there is a movement that they're pushing for the same thing, but unfortunately, I cannot see it being made in the foreseeable future. Unfortunately. So now we exceeding Malaysian one. I think you're speaking about. So now we exceeding Malaysian one. I think you're talking about people that are not employed. The percentage of non-employed people. Americans and agencies flocking to cheaper countries to do the same stuff. Well, you have it easier since you made already great work for clients, while me, I have been always in the shadows. That's painful, really, man. That's painful. And just yesterday I was thinking about it, on why people are trying to have people beneath them sign NDAs, so not to showcase their work. It's because it gives you no leverage, it gives you no power, it gives you no ability to say what or leave the company, you know. For example, in the studio I've been working, the AAA studio I've been working on, they pretty much told us, consider this as a top, as country's top secret. And I was like, holy fuck, like, you know, this is not NASA I'm working in. I'm just working for a game studio. Why the hell I shouldn't be, you know, sharing my work? I would like to share it. So at the time I just saw it like, okay, it's not ideal, I want to share it. But today I believe I get the reason behind all that. Why is that? It's not only that they don't want the work to be shared with anyone out in the world, that someone might steal this or that. No, it's because they want to have the leverage over you, so you don't have, you know, running in other studio, showcasing what you've done for this studio, so you can get higher salary, so they can keep you where you are for like some mediocre salary and even lower than that. And once I left, I said, screw that, I'm posting everything. So I became like this whistleblower from the studio, like the only guy so far that shared his work, at least of what I'm aware of. I haven't seen anyone else doing it. So yeah, and it got me other work, you know. I got other works as a result. I got hired by other studios based on what I did for this studio. It made all sense then, you know, to do the same stuff. Well, you have it easier. Okay, I read that. Sometimes I did work that officially wasn't done by me. So in reality, recruiters can consider me as some intern junior, because nobody gonna believe the trust me, bro. Wages. I understand. I would say, whatever you do right now, do it for yourself, and do it in a way that do something that you can share. If you have to do something for a client that doesn't allow you to share things, don't do it, even if it pays. You need independence, and you won't be independent if someone hires you for a certain amount of money and after that they can let you go. Because I won't pretend to be, I won't try to be modest, I'll say it. I'm one of the top rated plus freelancers on Upwork. I know you know that, but others who are watching don't know that. So I have like some kind of leverage when it comes to sending proposals, finding work and all that. But that came with gruesome amount of hours working for clients on all kinds of projects and whatnot. So I spent like good 8 years doing that. It's not overnight, but it can be done overnight if you are lucky enough to jump straight on some client that has, you know, enough budget and enough work that you would straight away pull into the category on Upwork that you're earning more than I don't know, $10,000 per client, and or more or less in a month or two. So I mean, there has been cases like that where people, you know, jumped in and straight out of nowhere they just began working for very serious clients. Anyway, my point being is, once that is done, once you do that, it will give you obviously much bigger power when it comes to negotiations and everything. Just recently I got invitation from another studio to work on their projects and so on, but I said it like, it's gonna be at a certain price. If I have to give up from streaming, from doing what I love, from what I like doing in my free time, or with projects, potential projects, you'll have to pay me this much. So, and I'm sure they probably won't hire me, but that will open places in the studio for other people, you know, to join in. So I believe there is always place, you know, for work for everyone. It's just I'm curious if Willem is here. I guess gotta vanish back to drowning in sadness and despair. It's very hard for me to hear these things, Gregs. Truly, because we're all in the same boat, and I don't want to see this happening. But it happens. Willem is still here. Thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, I'm glad you even cared to share that. Why I said that is because I wanted to discuss a bit more with maybe how you approach on rigging vehicles. I really would like to learn that, and well, I was curious if there is something that you would recommend me that I can watch to try and understand a bit more on how cars are animated. I've seen Brandon Larry doing that in Unreal Engine, and it looks very cool. Gresk, whatever you do, man, take care and don't ever give up, man. You have a great artistic touch. You've been working on many projects. I know you enough to say that. It's easy to say than to do anything, I know that. But don't give up, man. It's hard, I understand that. I am feeling a lot of differences from how it was prior AI and how it is today. But I won't allow it, you know, to push me not to do what I love to do. I'll only say that if I were you, I will just try to work on my portfolio as hard as I can, as fast as I can, to create as much as possible more impressive things to show people. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. Willem asked me what is the purpose of this vehicle that I'm making right now, and I can pretty much say that one of the purposes of why I'm doing this vehicle is literally that. I'm trying to impress people. I'm trying to make something that someone will say, well done, dude, you've made a great work, this is amazing. So that will be, I'm sure, the differentiator between hiring me and hiring someone else, because it's very important that you showcase that you can do stuff, that, or at least that what you do, what you have done, will be of value to them. That's how how I reason. It's pretty much very simple for me. If I wanna work in the automotive industry, I have to showcase these people that I can do pretty much everything when it comes to a car. So that's that. Well, you can go two ways, says Willem, in regards to my question on how to rig a car. Full chaos with dynamic physics or with traced base rig like cinematic car rig. Uh, if you know both of them, head off, man. You're a legend. Because to me, that's like Spanish Village. I have no idea how to go about that. I've seen some tutorials, but it's pretty darn complicated, I would say. For example, I would like to make the suspension move, to behave properly. If I lift a wheel, so the suspension moves all together with how the wheel, like that chicken's neck effect. I'm sure you know what I'm talking of. So, but yeah, how to make that's a different story. Willem, thank you very much for stopping by, really, on the stream. It means a lot. Yesterday I met a guy via streaming that's from India, has been working on flight simulators, I believe. He has done some amazing work when it comes to engines about aircrafts, where he had to visualize those things for the clients and all that. So we got to hang out and discuss a bit about that. And today it's you. So I'm very much appreciative of these, of this networking, so to speak. And yeah, I just want to say that thank you for stopping by and for sharing all that you shared so far. Okay guys, the hour, it's almost 1 o'clock, and I said that I'm gonna stream until 12 o'clock. I know I began that later, like 9 and 20, something like that. Let me check how long I'm streaming on Twitch. Yesterday, I'm happy about that. I made my Linktree profile as well, where I have linked up every social platform that I'm using. So I'm gonna try here and show it to you guys for anyone curious about it. Just a second to see how or where that is, so I can show it to you guys. Okay, view archive. No, I think this is it. Yeah. So I'm gonna just share it on the stream. I believe that will lead you to this page where what I'm using, and this is one of my favorite songs here that I have, which unfortunately I cannot play it, but it's a song that I had on repeat, like, yeah, most than any other songs I ever did. Anyway, yeah, it's 1 o'clock and almost 4 hours how I'm streaming. I would really like to go further, but I have all the things to do as well. So I'll have to say goodbye, everyone. And yeah, we keep in touch tomorrow about the same time. I've managed to make a big portion of this. Tomorrow I hope to finalize the upper structure, the detailed structure here, the bottom structure as well, and to finalize this rear, the part that's seeing the rear of the car, which is here. So I'm gonna try to navigate more or less going around the shapes, both for from eyeballing on what I can see on the reference here, and from the 3D scan that we have, that I have from provided by these clients for whom I was developing this vehicle in October, September, November, October, those 3 months more or less in 2024. So that's more or less a year and a half ago. And then I'll be quickly, you see how that is. It's, I can see the ribs here. I cannot see them on the other side, but I would waste tremendous amount of time if I'm about to make it any different. So what I'll just say before I go, I'll say what my plan is. That I have made the one side that I'm working on right now, which is the left side of the vehicle, this one, and then I'll flip it on the right, but I'll cut the ribs on the top, but leave everything else, and I'll just try to implement this shape, so to have it slightly different but more or less the same. Then I'll follow with the construction of that heavy metal towards the back, where I'll start doing quad draw on the 3D scan here and gather as much as possible geometry I can get, and then I'll do the same process but just reverse it on the other side, and in here we have a slightly different ending than how it is here. Still a lot way to go. Quite frankly, I'm just lying to myself when I say, you know, each day, okay, maybe it will take like a week or maybe 2 weeks, but in all honesty, I believe it will surely take like probably a month the least. So that's why I'm kind of trying to push more and more into doing these things. And yeah, whatever I don't have on Twitch, I'll have on YouTube, so feel free to subscribe. Thank you for the follow, everyone, and for hanging out. Seb, man, I'm sorry to say, but I have to go. I changed like the dynamics of how I'm doing streaming. I was just saying my goodbyes to whoever was on the stream. I'm streaming from 9 a.m. till 12 o'clock, which is already 1 hour past that because I started slightly later. I made a pause of around 15 minutes, so now I have to step out and do some other things on projects. That time it's when you're on the university. I don't know what to say, man. I'll try to keep some streams longer so you can catch up. If this is the time that you join, I'll try some days to at least, you know, work until 2 o'clock so you can join in as well. But whatever you're missing, you can see the lives that I have on my YouTube channel. I mean, they will be staying over there. So if you're into it, if you just want to be curious about what I've done or how I've done certain things, you can just skip around those lives that will be staying around on YouTube. Like I've said, I'll be posting some videos on YouTube today of something I've made yesterday and this morning. I have some new animations, turntables of the helicopter and this one, the Porsche. So I'll be posting some videos. I really feel like I feel bad for you coming up, and that's the point where I have to go. But really is that I said I have to go, really. So wish you guys a great day. Take care, stay safe, and see you tomorrow pretty much around the same time, 9 a.m. till 12 o'clock. I'll be streaming again, doing this bloody engine. Yeah,